Scattered showers, and that'll be the case through this evening. It's also very windy with winds gusting to around 40 miles per hour. The high temperature today is 65. We'll keep a shower around, and the windy conditions through tonight. Our low is 48, and there will be more clouds than sun. Another blustery day ahead on Saturday with highs in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. Hey, DQ fans, they've got the deal of the century for you. Download the DQ app and get buy one, get one free Blizzard treats. Just like that, you can get any 2 Blizzard treats for the price of 1. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Your home for Villanova basketball is WDAS and WD273D. Fox Sports Radio Philadelphia. Pack up your green jackets. The Daily Ticket with Sean Brace and John Jansen live from Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia.
Coming to you live from Augusta West, also known as Stadium Swim, Circa Resorts and Casino in Las Vegas. Hello, everybody. Sean Brace, John Jansen. Round 2 Friday, Daily Tickets. Let's go Vegas, baby. John, how we doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, Sean Brace. It's a Friday. It's gorgeous out. There's golf on the TV. Stadium Swim looks beautiful as always. We got a guest list, like maybe the best guest list we've ever had on the Daily Ticket. One of the best.
Good.
It's a great guest list, so I'm fired up.
Smalls will be joining us. Just text her, so she's in. She's going to be coming through.
I don't know, a guy by the name of Derek Stevens might be joining us as well.
The owner of this beautiful establishment, this heavenly playground.
Harry Mays. I haven't talked to Harry Mays in forever. Can't wait to hear from
Harry's
Harry.
going to join us at 12:30, right, or 3:30. It's 12:30 here. 3:30, right from the jump. Of course, we are here talking all things Masters. And, folks, round 1 was awesome, right? Like, of course, the delay, but sun came out, little windy. Conditions weren't all that easy. Did see some really good scores. And look, I guess the big deal from yesterday, round 1, would have been the delay, and then they had to pick it up today. 27 players could not finish due to darkness. The story, of course, is the leader after 1, plus 3,500 on DraftKings. If you catch that, of course, that's Bryson DeChambeau. And, you know, we talked about the LIV players a lot heading into this tournament. You know, they were going to be fired up for this opportunity. I know nobody really cares about that storyline anymore, but that's reality for these guys right there. You know, they're wearing the freaking team jerseys and hats out there. You know darn well they want to put on for that tour. So Bryson DeChambeau played a hell of a round, 7 under, 65 yesterday. Once again, plus 3,500, leader after 1. And I want to give a shout out to one of our followers. A couple shout outs to start out, if we could, real quick here, John Jansen. One of our followers tweeted me the exact ticket via DK. The computer's not working. I'm giving up on firing up the computer. Let's just go right to the phone. And he had it because I was like, I could not find the number anywhere. And finally he said, I have the ticket. Boom. And he had the winner, and he sent it in. Nice work by him. He checked in a little earlier today. Let me pull that up real quick if I can. Justin Hollingsworth. J. Hall. 419. Nice work by you, sir. Plus 3,500. Once again, Bryson DeChambeau, leader after 1. We'll get into some of the numbers where we're at right now. Again, these guys have been playing all morning long. We're going to have some movement. The cut is here. And, of course, the conditions are improving as the day goes on. So here we are as far as live line is concerned, live wagers, head-to-head matchups. You got to be licking your lips, licking your chops to get after it because I think these afternoon golfers are going to go out there and shoot crazy numbers today, John.
Yeah, they could, but I think what we're running into again is the machine. He's an absolute machine.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler just, again, consistent over and over and over again. And even like Bryson DeChambeau, the way he played in the first round, just can't get rid of him. Like, can't shake him off. I think the story today mostly is Max Homa, though. Max Homa getting in 1 under, 6 under. He's right behind both Scheffler and DeChambeau by a stroke. But yeah, I imagine these numbers are going to be a lot lower today. I think we're going to see a lot lower scores.
So I believe, again, this time is just throwing me completely off. Scheffler go off yet, or is he going off at 1?
No, he already went off.
He went off.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
about 3 holes in.
All right, so that's that one then. Okay. Right now, Bryson DeChambeau still at the top, tied with Scotty Scheffler at 7 under. Bryson is even through 9. Scotty went off, as John pointed out, already 1 under on the day as he opened up -6 to start after yesterday's performance. Max Homa, to your point, had a hell of a first round. Our own Luke Arcani had a leader after 1. It was plus 6,500 for Max Homa.
So close.
Yeah,
That's a heck of a call by Luke.
it is. And what I want to say is it's just so tough to pick a winner outright, number one, and then leader after 1 is just the same thing, in my opinion, but even more difficult because you got people that, Fred Couples has over the years competed for leader after 1. Freddie Boom Boom Couples. Now,
How was Fred Couples still doing it?
he's got the smoothest swing on the
Yes, he
tour
does.
still. Yep. 5 under, 6 under yesterday, or 6 over, excuse me. Anyways, so Homa at the top, that's got a lot of attention. He's a fan favorite for a lot of people out there. But Scotty Scheffler opened up the day at plus 165 here at Circa.
Jeez.
I didn't play it because we're leaving on Sunday. So I'm not, to cash that ticket at the mail it in, didn't want to deal with that. But I promise you this. Yeah, Scotty Scheffler, everybody's playing for second place. Just
feels that
just
way.
like UConn,
Yep.
Scotty Scheffler is winning. He will win his second green jacket this year. Do you
Man,
agree
it's
or
that
disagree?
it's that conclusive.
Plus 165 heading into today, and you're talking about heading into the tournament overall plus 450. I think everybody's playing for second. He opened up with the 6 under first round. It's not going to stop.
I mean, he does have a chance here to get a pretty sizable lead because right now DeChambeau's, I think, heading into the back 9, and I think he's even today. So he's not really having a big day. Meanwhile, Scotty Scheffler has still almost half of the front 9 and the back 9 to go. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, again, has a real good chance to have a sizable lead, at least a stroke or 2 lead. But what if in the back 9 he gets a few birdies? He's up by 4 strokes, maybe 3-4 strokes. I don't know who's going to come back from that. I don't know if DeChambeau, we know in the first round, can put up these kind of crazy numbers because of his swing. He's just a machine. And I don't see Scheffler. He doesn't have many bogey rounds. Like he can have a bogey-free round again in the Masters, coming up either today, tomorrow, or Sunday. And if he does that again, if he has another bogey-free round, I just don't see anybody catching up to him. And he's been doing that all season long.
That's correct. Yeah, it's just insane to watch him play, and you really got to appreciate it because we're talking about greatness, just pure, true greatness. Next, as far as I'm concerned, like I don't think it's going to stop, and I felt this, of course, all last year. We went over the numbers yesterday. I'll pull up that unbelievable stat that they popped up on this big screen here at Stadium Swim yesterday about Scotty Scheffler's last, I believe, 50 starts on tour. Like, to me, what we are seeing is, like, I never was that impressed or thought of Rory guy on Tiger's level. I never thought of JT on Tiger's level. I've never thought of Jordan. I've never thought, like, go down the list of all the great golfers. DJ Brooks, who's got 5. I've never thought of him on Tiger's level. And he's not, because we know Tiger is so far down the road with his accomplishments in his career. But, dude, Scheffler is just putting the ball in that 5x5 box every single shot. Whether it's on the green, drive, chip. Now, and he's chipping in from greenside bunkers, so it's eliminating putts. It's like, if he's doing that, unstoppable, unbeatable, unf-wittable.
It's a little bit different, though, because Tiger was just elite shot making. Like, he could make an impossible shot easy. It's Scotty Scheffler. It's just consistent over and over again, making the right shot, like you're saying, putting the ball exactly where it needs to be. Again, putting is really the big issue for him. But I've never seen a golfer quite do it like this. In that automatic, because again, Tiger Woods would miss fairways all the time.
Yep.
He wouldn't be accurate off the tee. He wouldn't be even too accurate sometimes getting around the green on his approach. But it was, again, elite shot making. He would either chip in well, he'd either putt really well. with Scotty, he's always near the pin. He's always on the fairway. He's just right now. He's just teed off again. Guess where he's going to be, Sean Brace?
Right smack dab in the fairway.
Middle in the fairway. Perfect tee shot every single time from
5x5 box.
Every single time.
Drops it right in there. And there's unbelievable
There's
golfers.
a beauty in that to see that over and
Oh,
over.
yeah. It's perfection. It's greatness.
Then you see somebody like Bryson just trying to hit the absolute cover off the ball, and who knows where it's going to go.
Well, he's doing his thing now. He's still at the top, tied at the top. Tell you what, I would sign up right now for a Sunday, Bryson and a final pairing, Bryson and, of course, Scotty Scheffler.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Sign me up. Yeah, look at DeChambeau. Oh, my
It comes back.
Will it?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
So there's a gentleman by Kelly Bidden
It did. Well done.
from VSiN. Did I say his last name right?
I'm not
Biden,
sure.
Bidden. I forget. I don't think it's Biden. I think it's Bidden, if I'm not mistaken. He produces for Gil. I watch it every day.
Does a great job.
Yep, and he's got a golf podcast on VSiN. I was reading some of his write-ups on VSiN.com, and he called Scotty Scheffler the tee to green god. And I tweeted him. I said, dude, you got to trademark that. That's so good. And he said, yeah, I should have stuck with my original idea of making up a Greek god name for tee to green, like descendant of the ancient Greek god Shepard. He's well known for his tee to green expertise. He's
Yes.
incredible, man. That's a great take. And it's fun to watch. It's just fun to watch perfection. And that's what I think we're seeing right now with Scotty Scheffler. And to the point, I just want to say this. We'll get into Tiger in just a second. There's just some great golfers. Hovland, Homa. You go down the list of like Rory, all the golfers that are out there. And it's just the Brooks, DJ, Phil,
And none of them are
the
doing it.
legends. And I just said they're all playing for second place.
Yeah.
They're all
They're
playing for
not
second.
doing it like Scott. And look, I don't know if I'm that conclusive yet
I am.
because DeChambeau could, but I mean, after today, we might be able to make that conclusive statement. But I've never seen perfection like that, and I don't know. He might be too far out of reach for a lot of these guys. I mean, he's going to narrow down the field very, very short by the time we get to Sunday.
Harry's going to be a good conversation because we're going to talk about that. He does a great job on swinging and dinging. Everybody knows Harry Mays. Everybody loves Harry Mays. He'll join us at 3:30, kicking things off. 12:30 here. We will be also joined by Sean the Money Green from the Sports Gambling Podcast at 4:05. Can't wait to talk to Sean, catch up with him, maybe some NFL draft plays. What's he looking at as far as NBA? Is that's coming to a close? And I definitely want to get into because he's a big college basketball guy. So, we talked a ton yesterday about Kentucky, and they got their guy in Pope. So I want to hear his thoughts on everything Kentucky and where does that rank as far as, from a national perspective, a guy who's out in L.A. and, knows a thing or two about college basketball. So I can't wait to get his take on everything Kentucky hoops because we talked a ton of it over the week, and they just announced today that Pope will get the deal 5 years, something like $5.5 million per year. Pretty good gig there. Also joining us here in the flesh, Jared Smith, a little bit later in the program. All right, from VSiN and Fox Sports Radio every Saturday morning nationally, coast to coast. Jared Smith will join us here. And then on a little bit later in the program, we're going to have Jeff Parles, South Point's own, live here. And, of course, the man himself, Derek Stevens. Nobody better, and especially when we're at his playground, it's great to get everything going through his mind. We'll talk some Detroit Lions with him, a big Detroit guy.
I saw the win total, 10.5 for Detroit.
Why
10.5.
Why under?
Oh, that's a great question.
There's no
Why
way I'm
would it
looking
be
at under.
So their offense, I guess we just have to expect it to be good with Ben Johnson there and continue it to be good.
Correct.
So I think the offense is there. Defensively, it looks like, the draft pick they had at linebacker, Jack Campbell, actually looked to be a decent draft pick. I guess you're right. The only thing I would say is the NFC North could be a little bit more difficult this year. I think especially with Minnesota and Green Bay. Minnesota, we got to figure out what the quarterback situation is going to be like. They might get J.J. McCarthy, which that would be a great pickup for them. But really, I guess it's just Green Bay. Green Bay is actually a legitimate threat this year. And is that threat too much? Puts a lot of pressure on Detroit. But, yeah, you're right. I don't know why that would go under. I mean, everything looks to be in line. They have drafted well. They've picked up good free agents. They have great coaches. They have retained a lot of coaches. And they have a quarterback who's playing really well in Jared Goff. I love everything they've done.
We'll talk all things NFL draft with Derek and get caught up in everything happening here of the Lions draft with Derek a little bit later in the program. Sean Bernard behind the scenes back in Philly. Sean, how we doing? Nice calling the Pelicans last night.
Yeah, they look good. It was an impressive game for them against the Kings and a big one in terms of the standings. So a lot of NBA action tonight that I'm excited about. All 30 teams playing both tonight and Sunday. So end of season going down with a bang.
In the season going down with a bang. Sean Bernard gave us a couple plays to fire on. We'll talk about those a little bit later. We will be firing on the Phillies tonight, John Jansen. They're taking on Bailey Falter. What do you remember about Bailey
Welcome back,
Falter?
Bailey Falter. I remember that he did end up playing really well when he first came up. And he gave them a lot of good innings, but faltered. He was a number 5 guy he's a quadruple A guy.
Hey now.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Quadruple A
He's
guy.
a quadruple A guy.
I like
he's
that.
essentially a fringe triple A Major League Baseball guy. He should be on starting rotations at some point in the season, but he's not a guy you keep in your starting rotation for the full year. He's one that you look to replace, always rely on, or he comes in to replace maybe a guy that's injured. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Bailey Falter guy. And really, I thought Christopher Sanchez had a chance to be kind of like Bailey Falter. You know, maybe he does well, but he's going to be in AAA at some point, and they got to find a way to replace him. Sanchez has been that much better than Falter has been in that kind of 5th spot. And really, I think when Taijuan Walker comes back, I would put Sanchez maybe still in that 4th spot over Taijuan Walker. Like if you were to get me a 7-game series right now and you want 4 starting pitchers, I would take Sanchez over Walker at this point. I think Sanchez has shown at least that he has the pitching arsenal to be a major league pitcher, and he has a couple of really nasty pitches. So yeah, I've been impressed with Sanchez. So no surprise the Phillies are a favorite here in this one.
15 Major League Baseball games going off this evening. And once again, the Phillies and the Pirates going head-to-head. Nice win by the Phils. Great game yesterday. Couple home runs, couple bombs. We watched it here. And
we had a great view of it.
And let's talk about, the hottest hitter right now for this Phillies squad. Where's this coming from, and why is he not playing every day?
I don't know why Brandon Marsh is not playing every day. At some
It's got to
point,
change, right?
At some point, you have to just start facing lefties with him, putting him against lefties in the lineup. He's the best hitter. He's giving you the most pop. He's giving you home run power. He's giving you on base. I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he has the best OPS on the team, and I think by a mile. There's not many guys getting out of the 600s in OPS. Meanwhile, here's Brandon Marsh just hitting the cover off the baseball. And part of that is, so I understand why the Phillies aren't playing him every day, at least previously, because the numbers are only good because he can hit right-handed pitching really well. So they're doing that thing with Darren Ruff that he did with the San Francisco Giants, where he'd only play a certain amount of games. He'd only play against certain pitchers, and that really helped Darren Ruff become a really good Major League Baseball player. Then he went to the Mets and had a 400 OPS. Why? Because they started hitting him more and realized he couldn't hit in certain situations against certain pitchers. So I get that with Marsh, why they're doing it, but at some point, if the guy's hitting this well, you got to try it. Like, you got to try something more because he is by far the best hitter that you have this season.
I think the lineup's out already, and he's not in there.
He's
not in it tonight. Merrifield's playing tonight. New jerseys. Look, Bailey Falter's the number 1 reason. Number 2 is the City Connect jerseys at home. Citizens Bank Park's going to be electric tonight. So I went ahead and fired on them. I took them on the run line, a matter of fact. So wasn't scared. -1.5, got plus money. We'll see how that one works out. Phillies in action. And really looking forward to talking more Phils when we get back with Luke Arcane. He does a great job covering the Phils for us. Be sure to give Luke a follow on our podcast at Luke and I Phils. Got to get caught up with Tonka too as well. Get everything on the table for this upcoming season as we are about to close up the month of April here when we get back.
Oh, Brandon Marsh is in the lineup.
He is?
Yeah, he's playing center.
I
He's in for
couldn't
Rojas.
I couldn't pull the dang tweet up, and then I went.
That's all right, because I thought Merrifield was going to be in too for him, and I saw Merrifield. But yeah, he's in for Rojas today. So good. I mean, that's a good sign.
Yeah, he is.
It's a good sign, but also
This app I'm looking at actually has Marsh and Merrifield in both in left.
that's lovely. I don't think they're both going to be.
I
in
don't
left
think-
field.
I don't think-
That'd be a heck of an alignment if
I
you
don't
want to
think-
try that.
yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know
you
if that's
can you can shift the outfielders still. You can't shift the infield.
Don't
So
know if
maybe
that's
you
a
can try
winning
that.
combination.
No,
Winning
but
idea.
I do. I think mostly that's because why be scared of Bailey Falter? I would imagine Bailey Falter splits between left-handed and right-handed hitting isn't any different. I'm sure it's the same. I'm sure he's terrible against both.
All right, Harry May is going to join us coming up here at just about 5 minutes. We'll talk all things Masters with him, get his thoughts on the cut, anybody in trouble that we should keep our eyes on, and especially who does he think has a shot at making life difficult for Scotty Scheffler and Bryson DeChambeau. Max Homa also there at 6 under right now as he just teed off on 16 Currently Scheffler on 4, and he's 1 under on the day, still tied with Bryson DeChambeau. I do want to hit this. We are live in Las Vegas with our friends from a Circa Resort and Casino, Stadium Swim. And what a day yesterday. We hung out afterwards, watched the game, watched the Masters. I just promise
It was
you,
fun to just settle down,
Yeah.
lay down, and just watch sports all day, watch the Phillies game. It was great.
a message to the couples out there, and maybe there's a dude out there that loves to come to Vegas, and I'm in that boat. Like, it's hard to convince my wife, let's go to Vegas. I do
can see why.
You
just
come
from hanging out with
here, yeah, exactly. You come here, and this is different. This is a different Vegas vibe, and I get it. You think it's that sports book. It's like, it's raw sports. It's not. This is a great spot for couples. I'm telling you, you come here with your wife, your significant other, partner, you're gonna have a blast. There's plenty to do. There's great food options in the house. You're right up
it's
Fremont
the best
Street.
pool area
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah,
this is incredible.
And it's just right enough. Like, it's loud, but it's not too loud.
you
It's
see those
rowdy,
nachos?
but it's
Whoa.
not too rowdy. It's perfect. And so I can't scream that enough for the people out there. You got to make a trip
And the food's
to
good.
Stadium Swim. Yes.
I just watched this giant plate of nachos just walk by us. But we got to try the other stuff. We got to try the
Pimento. We had the pimento sandwich, cheese sandwich yesterday.
That was good.
Very good.
Pimento cheese. There's an
Pimento.
egg salad one.
There's
yeah,
not
what
a-
were you saying?
There's not an L in it.
Yeah, there's not enough. What did you say? Pimento?
I did say pimento. It was my first pimento cheese sandwich. Go
I've
Birds!
had pimento cheese
Go
before.
Birds!
Go Birds!
There you go. Hey, just so you know, if you've been listening to me over the years, you know one thing. I can spot a celebrity, and I still can do it with the best of them. Let them know,
I
Jansen.
doubted you. I doubted you all night because you said I have a radar for this.
I've been doing that all my whole life.
And we saw a few. I guess what was the biggest one? I guess Dana White was the biggest celebrity.
Dana White by far.
Yeah, Dana White.
Dana
by
White's
far.
a stud. Yeah, man.
Danny Amendola, which I still don't believe.
Danny Amendola, former Patriot, former Ram, former
Eagle.
Yeah.
We saw the guy from Pawn Stars
Rick,
as well.
the head ball guy, Pawn
Yes.
Stars. Rick saw him running around.
I love that guy.
And who's the fourth? Johnny Drama.
Johnny Drama, yeah.
Which I
Well,
called.
no, you called him the wrong name at first.
I said Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon,
But
yeah.
it's Kevin. But I did.
Oh no, is it Kevin Dillon?
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
Johnny
You said the wrong one.
Who cares?
Yeah, you said the wrong one, but he didn't realize you were saying it until you just went victory.
And he went victory. It was perfect. True story.
How many times do you think he gets that?
My first trip to Vegas, I saw him. My first trip, all the way back in like 2006. I was gonna reminisce with him, be like, "Remember that time I saw you up here in Caesars?"
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
where we
sure
were.
he remembers vividly.
All right, hey,
But
speaking.
yeah, you have a good radar for that. I would have not spotted any single one of those people.
I'm on point, and we're just getting started because today's Friday. All the celebs are coming into town. Masters, Augusta West is what we're calling it right now. What's going on at Augusta? Whoa! Yeah, so good, so good. What's that guy's name?
Chris Vernon.
Yeah, I got to give him credit. Yeah,
It's one of the better radio bits ever. It's great.
It's
It's
good.
a good one.
there was the guy we talked about yesterday. He was doing really well, and I'm like, "Who is that guy?" And he said it exactly in his bit. He's like, "Who is that guy?" I forgot. So good. All right, Harry Med's going to join us. Everybody loves Harry, of course, from Swinging and Ding It. We're going to talk all things Masters with him. He's going to join us coming up here on the other side. Do not go anywhere. More Daily Ticket live from Stadium Swim at Circa Resort Casino in Vegas. Back after this.
Barbera! Auto Palooza! Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Heads up, traffic's crawling eastbound Vine Expressway, Schuylkill to Broad with a disabled vehicle in the right lane. Westbound side, Jan 95 to the Schuylkill. The westbound Schuylkill, Jan University to Barton Boulevard to Belmont. Eastbound, so Blue Route to Belmont and Montgomery Drive to South. All right, to tell total traffic.
This report is sponsored by try the new limited edition Orange Dreamsicle Frosty at Wendy's. Try the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty at Wendy's. It's like walking down recent memory lane. To have Orange Dreamsicle Frosty in our timeline is truly something special, and we shouldn't let the moment pass us by. And be quick, it's only available for a limited time.
CEOs you should know, brought to you by Comcast Business.
Bill Golderer, President and CEO of the United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey. The aspirational vision is to meaningfully and measurably reduce poverty and expand opportunity for all in our community. Our mission has become laser focused on poverty reduction and opportunity creation. So we take an inventory of all the work that's being done across our 9-county footprint, and we look for natural cooperation opportunities where we look for ways to bring high-performing organizations, and we incentivize collaboration and cooperation through greater financial investment in their ability to deliver results for their community. If you're someone who's like at a crossroads and you're trying to access resources, there's a helpline called 211. United Way powers 211, 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you need something, it's the most comprehensive resource guide that we have, and it connects people to things they need. I live each day with a deep sense of urgency that we have a contribution to make, and we need to encourage each other to make that contribution. Type into your phone, into your web browser. United for Impact is the best way to start your journey to know United Way.
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
They're modern-day con artists, and they're the focus of Creating a Con, a true crime anthology podcast. Season 1 spotlights Ray Trapani and his tech startup scam, endorsed by DJ Khaled and Floyd Mayweather, and built on empty promises and millions from bilked investors.
If someone's like, oh, what's your best way of making money? I don't think start a business. I'm like, oh, we should start some sort of scheme. And I can't help it.
Listen to Creating a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Creating a Con.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
The Greens at Augusta will soon host golf's greatest players. And DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, is giving new customers a swing at turning $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bets with any golf bet. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code DING. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets only at DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code DING. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/T for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Again, St. Bede's story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain Scent Beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing." Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain Scent Beads. Try Gain Scent Beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now. Like Alt2K, a commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s. Just search Alt2K and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No. Call Top Dog Law. Get top dollar for your accident at topdoglaw.com. Once again, that's topdoglaw.com. You never know where Bernard goes. Uptown Girl. Bernard, before we get there, why Uptown Girl?
Why not? Why not Uptown Girl?
It's Billy Joel.
Yeah, why not?
I've been trying to keep it a little light, golf vibes, good vibes in the air. I think
Billy
it fits.
Joel's golf vibes?
I think
Have
so.
you played Billy Joel doing around Sean Bray?
it's on shuffle. It might come up on the the speaker. You
I
never
know I've listened when we've gone a lot of John Mayer
Yeah,
times.
man, yeah. I got a good golf.
Kenny Chesney, yeah, you got a good.
Yeah, Kenny Chesney. There you go. Yes, and a man who I believe enjoyed my golf
I
mix.
wonder what his golf.
He's identical, laid back, relaxed.
Yeah.
Give him some Kenny, give him some no shoes,
Yeah.
all that. Joining us right now via the Gambler Hotline back in Philly, 1/3 of the trio from Swing It and Ding It, the great podcast that covers all things golf and local Philly golf for us here on the Gambler, Mr. Harry Mays. Harry, happy Friday. How we doing today, sir?
Well, I was doing much better a few minutes ago before Scotty Scheffler missed a 1-foot putt for par.
Saw that.
And has now dropped back to 6 under par. So, that I didn't need to see that just coming on to you, man. I loved your video this morning, man, dropping all those names. You must have had a time last night.
We put it so Jansen's never been to the Strip, so I'm like, we gotta go. So we went up to the Wynn and we started there. We ended up at Caesars, made it halfway up, and they're out. Of course, it's a Thursday night. It's fight week, UFC 300. Of course, Augusta going on Masters, so everybody's here. Walking into Dana White though, Harry, was hysterical. We're just walking down the road. And I look over. I'm like, Dana White? He's like, what's up, dude? I'm like, how you doing?
Shook hands nonchalant. Hey,
See,
Dana. How you doing?
that was it. All right,
See you,
dude.
bud.
It was great, dude.
That's
so,
awesome.
Harry, picking up on Scotty Scheffler. And, I said earlier today that I felt like this guy, and I'm, you know where I'm going. I'm not saying he is catching up to Tiger because Tiger's so
He's
far
better
down
than
the road.
Tiger.
Yeah,
No.
he's so far down the road, Tiger, with the accomplishments. But I have never gotten this vibe from anybody over the past few years that it's just the game looks easy. He's able to pinpoint it with that 5x5 box on the drives, on the chips, on the anything on the surrounding the green, and he just drops it there. It's perfect. You know he's going to hit that perfect shot, and of course he's backing it up with winning tournaments, 8 in the last whatever it was last 2 years, making a ton amount of money, and of course right now 6 under, tied at the top with Bryson DeChambeau for a second green jacket. When they talk about Scotty Scheffler, like, am I off? Has he been the most impressive to you out of these young guns coming up over the years, whether it's Jordan Spieth, JT? Would you put Scheffler's performance above all of them, what we've witnessed in the last year?
Yeah, I absolutely would. I mean, his ball striking is just supreme. I mean, nobody hits it better. And he doesn't get enough credit for his chipping around the green and short pitches and everything. If he just putts average, nobody can beat him, but he seems to have a bugaboo about, these short putts, and he missed one-on-one today from about, I'd say about 5-6 feet. That would have been for birdie. And then we just, saw him miss a real shorty for par. It's like those short putts, there just seems to be, I don't know if it's a lack of focus or what it is. He's changed putters because Rory McIlroy recommended like a dope that he should change to a mallet. Well, Rory should just keep it quiet sometimes, man, because the whole rest of the tour is like, yeah, thanks a lot, Roars.
Yeah, you're
just
right.
worry about your own game. But
let's
but
help Scotty Scheffler get better.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
right. Like he needs any help, Jansen.
It's so funny. You're right. And if he's able to add that, look out. But, he's still a decent putter, of course, and he's been able to win these tournaments over the years. It's just so impressive to watch him play. Now, Harry, I got a special message right from the jump here. I know Moose is listening right now, and hopefully Danielle is able to make this happen next year because I was asked by our contact here at Stadium Swim at beautiful Circa in Las Vegas to come on out here a couple weeks ago. And I said, man, we got a great golf podcast. I would love to get those guys out there and girls with Danielle. And I was just so tight and with time, and it just couldn't happen. So I just talked to him and I said, hey, next year, 1 year, I'm going to give the crew an opportunity to get everything ready. We're coming back out. He said, absolutely. So the invitation is there. We're going to make it happen. Swing it and ding it with us here on the Daily Ticket live.
Awesome.
Vegas, next Masters, next year, 25.
Oh, I'm there. There's
in?
no doubt about it. I got nothing holding me back. No, I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere, anytime.
That's what I'm
What a
talking
crew
about.
that is.
Well, Moose.
I get stuck going to Vegas with you. I
Yeah.
would rather go with Moose and Harry Mays and Danielle.
Moose is definitely he's got a couple things. He's kind of important as far as the hierarchy is concerned that I hired. So he's got to clear his
he's
schedule.
very important.
He's very important. Yeah, let's not sugarcoat that. And of course Danielle, who's about to have a beautiful baby with Brandon. So wish those guys the best. But yes, Harry, we got to have Swing It and Ding It next year live right here. This is they're calling it Augusta West. Harry, it's
That's awesome.
heaven.
I've got no babies, and I'm not that important, so I can go anywhere, anytime.
No babies yet.
No baby, yeah, I was about
No
to
baby
say,
yet.
it could
No,
change
no.
in a year. Things can change. I don't know that quickly, but they could.
All right, Harry, back over to the Masters, what we're witnessing right now. Bryson DeChambeau, how surprised were you to see what he was able to do? 7 under 65 round 1.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. I mean, everybody know how far he can hit it, and he's another guy that doesn't get enough credit for how good he is on the greens. I mean, he's a really good putter, and he put together a hell of a round yesterday. Now, trying to back that up is the big challenge. But I was surprised because you just don't know about these live guys because they don't really have any strokes gained categories yet, and you're trying to figure out by watching them. If you do watch, and few people are right now, how on their game they are coming into a major championship. And it looks like, most of them, I mean, John Rahm, I was surprised that so many people in our pool picked John Rahm because I was like, he hasn't won yet on live. I mean, how are you going to pick him, coming in here with all this seemingly regret that he has? I think he has a lot of regret for going over there. And I think it's weighing him down, and he's not playing, his best right now. But it's just hard to gauge how good they are and how sharp they are coming in.
Yeah, it is hard to gauge, and I think we are seeing that sometimes they can be very sharp. One guy, though, that's always impressed me because I thought of him just as a social media guy, funny dude, but Max Homa continues. I mean, Scotty Scheffler we know is great. Bryson DeChambeau we know is great, but Homa seems to hang around when he's at the top of the leaderboard. He seems to hang around with these guys. How can he do it? How is he able to hang around with some of the best in golf right now and do it pretty consistently because he's been there multiple times?
He's another guy that's a great ball striker and a tremendous chipper from around the green. He seems to make a lot of 10-foot putts, but he's never done this in majors yet. This is a surprise. I mean, he's done this he's won 6 tournaments, I think, in his career, and some of them have been pretty big tournaments, on real tough golf courses. But he's never done it in a major. This is kind of new territory for him. But he's at plus 650 last I saw. He's down to plus 550 now.
Wow.
He's the third favorite on DraftKings, and I've watched his entire 2 rounds, and I think he's missed 2 shots. That weren't perfectly struck. So you talk about a guy who's just hitting it great. He's a guy, and now the numbers come down. It's not juicy anymore. Another guy that I'm looking at, Aberg, they've got him at plus 2,000. The young kid a rookie. Who's playing in his first major, plus 2,000 right now. That's really kind of telling me that Las Vegas loves this guy because that to me is a little bit low.
Interesting. Yeah. Especially for, as far as the experience is concerned. And, that's why people were talking about, I read a story yesterday or heading into the tournament that there was a ton of money. And of course, Phil, he's got success at Augusta, but over some of the better golfers out there, Phil had a ton of money coming in, even as more over John Rahm at one sports book, they said. Now, no surprise, because going back to back is difficult, but it's still Phil Mickelson at 50, whatever he is. And I get it, but it's still interesting to see how the money plays out.
I think one of the big surprises for me, speaking of Phil, is a guy like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, let's get to Tiger.
He's been competitive. I've been surprised.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at the way? Look, he's won over. It's not like he's going to be at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to compete for the top spot here at Augusta.
No, but he's making the cut.
He has been.
Yeah, he's making the cut.
He's making the cut, and the fact that he is competitive, is that surprising to you?
Yeah, it is kind of because watching him this morning when they did the restart at 7:50, I was watching, and his body, he just looked like he was very tight. He couldn't, he wasn't moving like he was on day one in the afternoon. So I was kind of worried about him with the short turnaround, playing 23 holes of golf in one day. I don't think he's played that in competitive golf yet this season because he left early in the second round out at Riviera. So this was a big challenge for him. Now I guess are they on 18? Yeah, they're teeing off on 18, that group, Tiger and Homa. So he's going to easily make the cut. And, it's great. It's just great to see, man. You don't know how many more rounds you're going to be able to get to see him play, let alone at Augusta National. So I was kind of surprised that ESPN didn't just cut in at like 1:00 this afternoon to give us, to give more television coverage of it. I was watching on Masters.com. Which is their website's tremendous. You can watch basically any player you want. You can watch every shot that occurs. You can go back to yesterday and watch every shot for any golfer you want. It's magnificent. But I don't know if you guys were watching early this morning because you're out in the West Coast and you're partying, heavy on into the night. But
No, I went to bed early. Brace was out late.
That's true. That is true. But I was up early. Harry, I worked out this morning. How about that? I got 25 minutes of workout in. Yeah, so I'm proud of myself.
You must have had to sweat some stuff out.
Yeah, I had to get things straight, so I thought that would be the best remedy there. And I was right next to the gym, so I did a little bit there, 25 minutes in and out. We're talking to Harry Mays, and yeah,
the great Harry Mays.
Yes, speaking about Tiger and what we're seeing right now, what is the cut, Harry? What's the expected cut number?
Well, right now it's at +4. I think the last I looked, there were 57 guys. It's top 50 in ties at the Masters. So right now it's at +4. And with these wins, they don't look like they're going away the rest of the day. And the greens are going to keep getting firmer. I wouldn't be surprised if it even went to +5. But right now it's at +4.
So give me the crystal ball. We're all gamblers. We all want to find that winning ticket. What is that final pairing in Sunday right now to you, Harry Mays? I know it's extremely difficult. Of course, at the top right now, DeChambeau, 7 under. He just improved to 7 under. Scotty at 6. Homa right on the trail. Everybody's there. Plenty of golf to be played. What is that final pairing looking like to you in your mind?
Well, I would love to see Homa and Scheffler in the final group, but to me, I want a LIV versus PGA Tour battle between Bryson DeChambeau and Scotty Scheffler. I mean, that would be great television.
Yeah, the ratings would go up. Move out of the way, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, exactly right.
Move out of the way, Clark and Reese. This is the real rivalry.
Yeah, right. Excellent.
That would be, the stories coming out of that would be incredible.
That's what
that
we
would
need.
be good.
And Bryson DeChambeau is one of those polarizing. Like, I don't have, Reed's a guy from LIV that nobody likes, and it's not to say I don't like DeChambeau. I just think he's extra. And I have no issues because you're on a LIV tour. He's just extra, and he's damn good. Like
he just takes the lead.
Yeah, I'm not surprised one bit that he's having success here, but will it continue over the weekend? And will he go wire to wire, essentially? We'll find out. I said earlier, Harry, and I thought everybody's playing for second. To me, Scotty is just on another level, man.
Right. Well, if you listen to Brandel Chambly on the Golf Channel leading up to this all week, he was basically saying he's going to win by double digits. He was like it's a walk away. So that's not happening. I don't see that happening at all.
No,
now Bryson just took the lead.
Yeah, it's a good thing. We don't want to see somebody cruise away. I guess to each their own, but I don't want to see that. This is competitive. This is what we want here, especially for Saturday and for Sunday. Talking to the great Harry Mays. Be sure to download Swing It and Ding It, folks. iHeartRadio, streaming on, of course, the app there. You can get it at FoxPHLGambler.com.
I need to know what is the spread for today for the Masters? What is your spread? What do we got for food? We got pimento cheeses and egg salad sandwiches out here. Any pimento cheese sandwiches in the Mays household?
Well, yesterday I was over at Lulu Country Club recording some teed off segments for Inside Golf, and they had like a spread, a Masters motif spread, and I had the egg salad on sourdough toast, which was really nice. Today, though, we're going to a wine tasting, a Jim Nance The Calling wine pairing dinner at the 1912 Club. So I don't even know what's on the menu. Yeah.
That. We know wine will be served.
Yeah, we know wine will be.
Yes, a lot of wine.
That's great. There's not many things that can make me jealous because I'm right now at Stadium Swim at Circuit, but I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, and especially in 1912 and both of those clubs, Lulu and, of course, 1912, tremendous both across the board there. Harry, one question before you get out of here, and you're a man that does it all. this week we've been talking a ton about the Kentucky vacancy at college hoops. And one thing that I got on my soapbox about, I'm just curious, and there's no right or wrong answer. If I'm wrong, that's great. I've been wrong many. You know that
all the time.
You know me for a long damn time here. I've been wrong plenty. I said that UConn is nowhere near Kentucky, and I get the history, and they've run college basketball 25 to 30 years. Danny Hurley's not lying about that. But when that vacancy opened, I just figured, like, hey, Kentucky, you go get the best college basketball coach out there, and it is Danny Hurley. Was I wrong on that? How do you view Kentucky? And if you do put them on that top 3 program pedestal, why is Kentucky hoops so great in your mind?
Well, I mean, it goes all the way back into like the 40s and 50s with Adolph Rupp. I mean, it's kind of like Indiana basketball. Kentucky and Indiana are 2 states where, basically every kid grows up wanting to play, basketball for Kentucky if you grow up in Kentucky. Sure. The job comes with just such tremendous pressure. And I think that's what eventually really brought down Coach Cal. I mean, he just, he doesn't want to deal with that anymore. Now he's going to go to a place that's, going to put all the money behind the NIL, which is now what this is all about. He's going to go find a place that will have less pressure, and he'll probably get 3 or 4 NBA type players to come play for him next year. The pressure at that job, it could be the biggest in the country. And, I don't think Danny Hurley's a Northeast guy. He's a North Jersey guy. And I just don't think that he wanted to, that environment. He's got a, sort of a turnkey national championship program at UConn. Yep. And there's no need to leave. It's like people saying Jay Wright should come back and coach Kentucky. If Jay Wright comes back to coach, it would be at Villanova. That's the place he wants to be. That job, I don't know. They're looking at this guy from BYU now, who I know nothing about. I was kind of surprised at that. Yeah, and the guy, Bryce Drew from Baylor, I think would be a great hire if Kentucky hired him.
Yeah. No, we talked a ton about it, Harry, this week, just the vacancy. And honestly, the next day after the national championship, I spent more time on the vacancy at Kentucky than the national championship game. It's just like, I don't know.
Didn't it happen sort of later on Sunday night? Because I woke up Monday morning just blown away by that, that Calipari left.
Yeah. Cal was.
It was crazy.
Cal said he did a great media scrum. Of course, Cal loves the cameras and all that. We know that. And at Arkansas.
What makes you say that?
And he said, all right, the only thing Arkansas and myself agreed on was we could not announce it till after the national championship game. I'm like, yeah, all right. Like, okay, thanks, Cal. Like, it means something. It's some good sound bites with that press conference. Harry, always a pleasure to catch up with you, sir. Swing it and ding it. Download it now. You better be following if you don't. Everybody loves Harry Mays. At Harry Mays, TU. Yeah. Mays, good luck on your plays. And 1 year from today, the boss man himself just texted in and said, book it. Swing it and ding it. The Gambler.
Beautiful.
Live Augusta West here at Circa Resort Casino in Vegas, my friend. Always a pleasure, Harry. We'll catch up down the road, sir.
Enjoy Vegas, guys. I'm putting it in my countdown clock right now for next year.
Let's go. We're doing it. Lock it in.
See ya.
There he is. My man, Harry Mays, once again on the Gambler Hotline. Nobody does it better than Harry. And swinging and dinging
takes over Vegas.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. And we'll be able to add an extra wrinkle and layer. Could you imagine us with some troops out here? Like me and you have been doing everything,
Wait,
right?
we're still going too?
Oh, we're definitely going.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be that. I thought they were taking our place here.
No.
Oh, we're all going.
So you see what they're doing over here. 680 to score from Chicago.
I think it's 670.
Is it 670? I thought it was 680. All right. Anyway, Chicago. Which
great people.
They're doing the whole show. Yeah. I think it's morning and afternoon.
They have a ton of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I want. I want to bring the whole crew out here, of course, with Harry, Moose, and if Danielle.
Now I have more people to hang out with. Not just you.
Damn
Jeez.
right. Great
people that can control themselves and have fun.
Great guest on today's Daily Ticket
Unlike
Live. Well, I'm pretty good so far.
So yesterday, we were fine. But yesterday, we go into our rooms and you're like, get ready. We're staying local today. We're just going to hang out, stay local. I come out of my room. I'm dressed as if we're staying local. And I knock on your door and you're like, we're going out. We were about to get a taxi. I was like, why are we getting a taxi? Like, we're going out to the Strip. I said, well, that wasn't the plan. So I had to get back and get changed because I was dressed for Fremont Street, not the Strip.
True story.
And you literally said we're staying local tonight. Let's stay local. Let's have fun. And then we went all
Called an audible. Called an audible.
I don't know. You like when you call an audible though. When Peyton Manning calls an audible, he lets the entire team know that he's calling the damn audible. You didn't let me know. You just said I just all of a sudden we're there. Yo, taxi. I was like, wait, why are we getting a taxi? And then you told me why, and it changed the entire night. It ended up being for the better, I think. I think you made the right audible.
Definitely.
The audible, you switched into the right call. You just didn't let me know.
We got the ball across the goal line.
Yeah, we
That's all
did. We
that
eventually did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, look, the Strip is it's a whole nother animal.
I've
whole
never
nother
seen
monster.
somebody call an audible on me and not tell me like that. Just, hey,
Hut.
we're
Harry,
going elsewhere.
Awesome to hear Harry, and of course, all his plays. Be sure to follow him at Harry Mays.
Mays Plays sounds great. Is that a segment? Mays Plays.
Mays Plays. I like that. All right, a lot of guests on today's show. Sean the Money Green coming up here at 1 o'clock from 4 o'clock back home, 1 o'clock here. Sports Gambling Podcast coming your way in 10 minutes. We're going to talk all things with Sean the Money Green, of course, catching up with him and everything that's happening. He does a show on VSiN every Friday night. We'll get some thoughts as far as college hoops is concerned as we put a bow on the season there. NFL draft fast approaching. You darn well he's going to have some plays for us on that one. And he does it all, as I said, as far as golf is concerned. I know he's got a couple plays there. So we're going to mix it up with Sean the Money Green coming up here on the other side. Jared Smith at 1:30, rolling in from VSiN.
Rolling in.
Live in the flesh on the third mic. Do not go anywhere. Daily Ticket live on a Friday, round 2 at the Masters in Las Vegas. Back after this.
Are you ready for Freddie? Well, at Gary Barbero's Auto Palooza, the nation's #1 used car superstar Freddie, he got a big broom to sweep clean every previously enjoyed Barbera beauty. All makes, all models, imports and domestics. And Freddie says, you got a buck, you're in luck. $1 down delivers.
Philadelphia's Credit Connection.
Rentals, lease returns, demos by the dozen, over 130 mile a gallon gas sippers, and 50 of them from the land under 20 grand. At Gary Barbero's Auto Palooza, Freddie says, buying is fast, fun, and breezy easy. The low price we say is the low price you pay. Philly and the burbs, I'm talking to you. Jersey, are you listening? Get your butt to Barbera. All makes, all models, instant credit, $1 down delivers. You're down the road.
$1 down for well-qualified clients on approved credit through Primary Lending Source.
No one's a loser at Gary Barbero's Auto Palooza. Is Barbera's on the boulevard the best? Boy, I guess.
The future of medicine is here at QC Kinetics. QC is the nation's leader in the most exciting revolution in pain management we've seen in decades, regenerative medicine. If you're tired of achy joints, if your joint pain is keeping you from doing what you love, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Surgery, steroids, drugs, these are no longer your best options. Regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative treatments that deliver lasting results. We're talking natural biologics, using your body's own power to repair and restore damaged tissue. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkopp. Dr. Scheinkopp is a pioneer in this field. With 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing, he wants to get you relief with a needle, not a knife. Call QC Kinetics now to learn more about some exciting options. This is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 215-999-3000. 215-999-3000. That's 215-999-3000.
KFC's new saucy nuggets are here to show you what it really means to have the sauce. These juicy hand-breaded nuggets come drenched and dripping. Get the real sauce. Try KFC's new saucy nuggets, available in Nashville Hot, Georgia Gold, Honey Sriracha, Korean Barbecue, or Sticky Chicken. Dripping in flavor. 10 pieces for just $5.99. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Tax, tip, and fees extra.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy happiness. But money did buy your boat, where you find peace fishing, unlike at home with 3 teenage daughters. Because fish never argue about who stole whose crop top, or get mad the other fish used up all the hot water. No, they just swim around, never embarrassed to be seen with you in public. So save money by bundling your boat or RV insurance with home or auto from Progressive. And buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports.
We'll start with baseball, where the Phillies will continue their 4-game set against the Pirates tonight. Philly going for a third straight win there after they claim the series opener. Stakes will be high tonight when the 76ers host Orlando. Philadelphia trying to move out of the play-in tournament with a win. And Tiger Woods is 1 over par after his first round at the Masters. He's trying to make the cut for a 24th straight year. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
If you can wager on it, we're talking about it. It's The Gambler. Pack up your green jackets. The Gambler is stepping up its coverage for the battle in Augusta. Catch the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace and John Jansen live from Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Broadcasting live for rounds 1 and 2 and giving you the best golf wagering advice around. All live from Las Vegas. Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
It's crawling on the Schuylkill westbound fare past the Vine Expressway and Boulevard to Belmont. Eastbound stop and go Blue Route to Belmont and approach my coverage drive to south. The Vine Expressway eastbound tied up Schuylkill 95. Westbound backed up Parkway to the Schuylkill merge. All right, to tell a total traffic.
This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care. Save $15 on any oil change, plus get a free tire rotation with purchase at AAA Car Care Centers. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save on automotive maintenance at AAA Car Care Centers. Offer ends April 30th. See store for details.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Stay tuned to Fox PHL The Gambler for the latest CEOs you should know.
Bill Golderer, President and CEO of the United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey.
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy happiness. But money did buy your boat, where you find peace fishing, unlike at home with 3 teenage daughters. Because fish never argue about who stole whose crop top, or get mad the other fish used up all the hot water. No, they just swim around, never embarrassed to be seen with you in public. So save money by bundling your boat or RV insurance with home or auto from Progressive. And buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, don't let your money lose value just sitting in the bank. Welcome to Investing Made Simple with Noble Gold Investments. Precious metals is a real hassle-free investment. You'll even get a dedicated one-on-one American specialist to help you. And for a limited time, get a free quarter-ounce gold standard coin with every qualifying IRA. Just use the promo code GOLD. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com now. noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth. And if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, You'll owe even more tomorrow, and it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Alt 2K.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
A commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s. With Foo Fighters, Weezer, Linkin Park, Green Day, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Alt 2K, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Pack up your green jackets. The Gambler is stepping up its coverage for the battle in Augusta. Catch the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace and John Jansen live from Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Broadcasting live for rounds 1 and 2 and giving you the best golf wagering advice around. All live from Las Vegas. Your home for Villanova basketball is WDAS and WD273D. Fox Sports Radio Philadelphia.
We're all right. We're good. We live. Are we back, Sean Bernard?
Yes, sir. We are back.
It's tough. I know, man. Producing, especially the way it is.
He was only in your ear, not everyone else. He's
Oh.
only screaming in our ears.
Oh, I give up.
Everybody's probably like, what is happening?
I don't
Why
know.
is Sean yelling at Sean?
It's so.
Wait, we got 3 Seans on here. So
We do.
Like,
We have a lot of Seans. We're all
forgive me
live.
If like I get confused, this is too much.
All right.
This is too much.
Well, before this is a smooth
I'm out.
operation.
I can't
like
do
this.
this segment.
First things first, Sean Bernard, producer, put the damn camera back on the stream.
Oh, I got to
make
do that.
All
That's
right,
me.
that's
me.
you. All right,
That's me.
Jansen, you do
you
your
can yell-
job.
You can yell at me for that one.
For the first time in Fox Gamblers history, we got 3 Seans on the horn. Sean Bernard, hello. Say hi.
Hello. How we doing? We're all smooth now.
Sean the Money Green from Sports Gambling Podcast live on the Gambler Hotline. Say hello.
What's happening, man?
Let's
Thanks for having us.
go! And I am Sean Brace. He's John Jansen. This is the Daily Ticket. We're live from Stadium Swim. Augusta West is what it's being called this week. Circa Resort and Casino.
And a lot of lazy names around here. Just a bunch of Seans and Johns hanging out.
Yeah, loving it, man. And this gentleman who is joining us, as I just said, Sports Gambling Podcast, Sean the Money Green, normally is here every Friday, live from the VSiN Studios, doing his show. But no trip for you. I'm disappointed, Sean. I thought we were going to rock out tonight together.
Yeah, man. Stuck out in LA, but I'm sure you guys are. I'm sure you guys are figuring out ways to have fun without me. It is Vegas, so you know,
a little bit.
plenty
Little
of
bit.
trouble to get into.
Yeah, a little bit. It's hard to find that trouble. Exactly. It's funny because we took a cab yesterday, and the cab driver I read an article about this guy was complaining how difficult it is to wager in Vegas because of the laws and the apps and all that. And I go, cry me a river. If you can't place a wager in Vegas, like, dude, that's on
If
you.
you can find a casino to walk into and place a wager, then
That's on you. I don't care if you're
Yeah, there's a
lazy.
lot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There's a lot of complaints about Las Vegas. Not having the ability to gamble is not one of them. Come on. What are
Sean,
we talking about?
Always great to connect with you. You do it all, cover it all. College basketball guy. I didn't know you had that in your arsenal. Nice job.
And I will shout all of them because I listen to them every day throughout the college basketball season from like January on.
So
And
that's
they
where you
were-
get your knowledge
They
from.
were yes,
Oh.
Kramer, Colby, and Sean the Money Green. All of you guys absolutely crushed it. this
Nice
season.
work, man. Nice work.
Yeah, it was great.
Let's go.
Sean, speaking of college hoops, we just put the bow on the Connecticut Huskies, known as the ATM machine. Were you firing on them all 6 rounds?
Not all 6 rounds, but I think after it was the second round, I just, capitulated and go, what am I doing betting against these guys? You feel like a complete idiot. And then, I flipped the switch, and I mean, that was such an easy cash against Purdue. You always knew Purdue didn't have it in them. That was just a great run. 12 games in a row in the tournament is insane. I don't know if we'll ever see any sort of dominance like that again. They couldn't make the lines high enough, and they were still covered. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was the funny part because I was joking around in that championship game, and I said to my friend, I go, I'll give you 14.5. They won by 15. That was a joke. That wasn't like something, I'll give 14.5 in a championship game. They never, my favorite UConn stat from this season was they never trailed in the second half of any of those 6 games.
It's insane. And, they're doing it with just Hurley. And, they obviously have some players, but they've really built up like a crazy program there at UConn. And, hats off to Dan Hurley. Those guys how do you not have them favored to run it back? I mean, who cares who's coming back and who's not? They're just going to find a way.
Yeah, you're right about that. No, it's so tough. I know everybody's all on the Duke train, and I get it. They got some great kids coming in, but they're freshmen, and you just don't win with freshmen right now in this NIL portal time of year. I'm going to hold off on my take until I see these freshmen for Duke. I know they're really good right now in high school. But like we just saw with Kentucky and Cal, that was his issues. And I spit this stat out a number of times throughout the course of this week. I think there was 1 freshman out of the 4 starting 5s in the Final Four this year. So times have changed as far as college hoops are concerned. We're talking Sean Money Green from the Sports Gambling Podcast. Sean, we're here covering all things Masters. Let's talk about the Masters, my friend, the green jacket. Scotty Scheffler, a lot like UConn when you were coming into,
I know.
Yeah, right? Plus 450. It's the lowest as far as a favorite has been favored as far as money is concerned since Tiger Woods back in 2001. Anything for you on Scheffler riding into this, and what were your wagers? Who was your golfer coming in?
No, of course not. Plus 450. That's not a big enough cash for me.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of losers. I just fired on some long shots. Because I don't know. For me, golf, plus 450. It's just not that. It doesn't get the needle moving. I always consider betting on Bryson, but then Bryson is just kind of an unlikable golfer. I have Corey Connors, Joaquin Neiman going, who are, they'll make the cut, but they're pretty far out. The problem was they were both, -2 coming into today, but the course really seems to be beating up most of the guys. Right now I'm rooting for Max Homa just because I don't want Bryson to win, and Scheffler winning back-to-back isn't that exciting. So you can get in Max Homa live at plus 500. Maybe he's a fun bet because I don't know. Scheffler or DeChambeau winning isn't that exciting for me.
Yeah, is Scheffler ruining golf for you because he's so good? There's no long shots. It's just Scheffler plus 400, and you got to bet it because he's the greatest golfer in the world and he's going to win. It's crazy.
No, he's dominating. But again, it's not, I guess to me, it's not quite as exciting as when Tiger was dominating. Peak Tiger, where he was you had to lay money to take him to win the Masters. That was still exciting because of just how he was destroying the course and I don't know how exciting he was as a golfer. I mean, shout out to Scotty. I don't want to crap on him too much.
No, let's crap on him. Let's do it. We've been talking too well about Scotty Scheffler. Let's crap on him.
Sean, I'm curious because I said everybody's playing for second place in this. Do you agree with that? Is somebody else winning here, or is he taking it?
No, I mean, maybe Homa as a 5-1, but you're right. I mean, honestly, if we're being real, Scheffler at plus 180 live right now. Like, you may have missed the train, but you can still get in close to 2-1. That's probably what you should be doing.
I was going to say, just wait a little bit because he just went down to 5 under, so he just bogeyed.
Ooh.
But he's only on the 7th hole. He just got done 7, so he's a whole back 9 to still take the lead or to still be at least.
Well, as Sean just said, he's got an Homa ticket, and I'm like, is Scotty Scheffler going to win it? And it's like, no, he's like 5-1. I got a ticket. Yeah, so I apologize. So Max Homa, he's a likable dude. Obviously, he had success on the California coast last year and was able to win a couple tournaments. I'd look at Homa as a really good golfer, so I'm not all that shocked that he's up there doing it right now, especially with these players. But I am
DeChambeau now 8 under.
I am intrigued though from the weekend perspective, from a gambling sense. Sean, how do you go about it? Are you a live guy? Are you after the cut, like that's when you start firing more? Are you going to wait till Sunday when we get that final pairing? What does the weekend look like for you when it comes to wagering on the Masters?
Yeah, no, I do think Sunday is a good time to hop in because, Sunday is really where, all right, then it becomes a tournament. Because obviously the mental aspect of there are just some guys who are closers and some who aren't. To your point, Scotty Scheffler, if he's in the mix there, you got to feel pretty good about him on Sunday. I wouldn't have the same handicap of a guy like Bryson. It just doesn't feel like it's going to last with Bryson. So, looking to fade a guy like him late on Sunday. But, yeah, Sunday is really probably a good time to hop in. And also, you want some live bullets on Sunday. You don't want to just be sitting there with your long shot stuff that didn't come in, sitting there just wishing you had some action. So, yeah, I would say late Saturday, early Sunday, firing on something, firing on an outright there to close it out.
One of the best in our sports gambling industry, Sean the Money Green, Sean Green. You can find him on socials. That's Sean T. Green. And on VSiN every Friday, representing the squad over at the Sports Gambling Podcast. All right, Sean, let's keep it moving here from the Masters. And I want to talk some NFL with you, man. It's always NFL. It's
Oh, let's go.
It's never not NFL.
Yeah, 365. Here we go. What's the latest with this draft? How are you getting involved? Have you had success in the years, and has it changed wagering on the NFL draft? Like, does it fire you up from just a fan's perspective and to see what the Eagles are going to do, of course, as your diehard Birds fan, or is there money to be made on the NFL draft in your mind?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think especially this year because of the uncertainty of the market in general. I mean, again, it's like Caleb Williams number 1, and then after that, it's kind of wide open. That's why I do recommend like getting in early on some of these plays, because like last year we were able to get plus money on both CJ Stroud and Bryce Young to go number 1 overall. So if you're kind of keeping an eye on these markets, and right now the market to keep an eye on is kind of like the number 2 quarterback to be, or basically number 2 to be drafted overall. That's pretty interesting. And then I do like the markets, like the team markets, I think are pretty interesting, especially this year with so many good offensive linemen in the draft. A lot of the odds are all saying like, oh, offensive lineman is the favorite for the team to select their first position. So if you can identify some spots of teams that aren't going to go offensive line, there's some really nice plus odds out there that I think are worth firing on, including the Eagles. So I think there's a number of good spots out there.
Is J.J. McCarthy going top 5?
What?
Oh, man.
No.
That's
I think his totals. What's his number right now? 5.5, I think?
What?
Wow. He's minus 155 right now to go top 5.
Are
I
you
would think
kidding
6,
me?
Yeah, I love how you made that sound like
What? Wow. All right.
I mean, if you talk, I mean, certainly from conversations I've had, people in the J.J. McCarthy camp, I would say, feel very confident that he's going top 6. They feel very good about their positions there. But Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be, my co-host Ryan, who's a Giants fan, he's not died for J.J. McCarthy. And then the other theme that was kind of associated was that, hey, Minnesota's going to trade up. They really like J.J. McCarthy. But then it came out that, with the trade involving Houston, that was more initiated by Houston and not Minnesota. So we'll see. We'll see on that. It does seem like, Drake May is giving a bunch of hype. He's certainly climbing up. But, yeah, I mean, J.J. McCarthy to go top 6 feels pretty good right now.
Yeah, the NFL draft, there's a lot of uncertainty.
You seem so surprised by
Well, I haven't paid attention in a week, right? I know that there was buzz for JJ. There's been buzz about him from the beginning. Like, I believe the Broncos are at 12,
well,
right?
It does feel like it's escalating to like a crazy
escalating
point. Yeah.
top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
That's out. He's not a top 5
Yeah.
quarterback. I'm not buying JJ McCarthy at the next level to a point that you should draft him at that spot.
If you are drafting JJ McCarthy in the top 5, you are projecting a lot. Like, you're projecting certain things that, like, just because of the tools that he has, that he can do it on an NFL field because he wasn't asked to do much in Michigan.
Like, I could see the other 3. I could see the other 3 quarterbacks in the top 5 all day, every day. No one's going to disagree with that. But JJ McCarthy, I don't know. And you were trying to tell me he's got like a decent arm, and like I'll even give you that. I still don't see top 5, top 10 caliber quarterback at the NFL. But of course, we know it's a position that everybody needs that guy at. So I can understand a team forcing it, but we'll see how that one works out. Let's talk about the Birds. You brought them up. What are you eyeing up? You know how it works with Howie. We're in a boring draft
It's going to be
spot.
so boring
For
this
like
year.
doing a draft show. Like, it's like, but, and then Howie's going to trade back. But what are you looking at right now from the Birds' perspective, Sean?
Yeah, I think what's a pretty interesting bet is Eagles' position of first drafted player. You can get D lineman at 2-1. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, the Eagles, they love drafting offensive linemen, defensive linemen in the first round. Obviously, you're not going to take a guard in the first round. They feel pretty good at the tackle position. I mean, they got rid of Hassan Reddick. I realize they brought in Huff, but yeah, I just look at what they've done previously in the first round. They love drafting D linemen. So D line edge at 2-1, I think is right up there. Now maybe they go cornerback. Cornerback's a favorite at plus 130. I just don't think there's any value in that because last time they went cornerback, you got to go back to Lito Shepherd, 2002 in the first round. So Howie Roseman is, he's never been the guy to pull a trigger on a cornerback in the first round. Now, maybe this year's different. I hope they do something to address Bradbury as their cornerback. But I don't know. I think D-line for the Eagles at 2-1 is a really good price.
All right, Sean, let's go ahead and 2-part question here for the Birds from the Birds side of things. Your expectations for this next upcoming season. I think I'm all in with the addition of Saquon Barkley. I think the defensive side, what they've been able to do in this offseason, the changes and the expectations that you have for the young guns that they drafted to fill in those linebacker positions in DN from Georgia. We know who we're talking about there. So your thoughts on the upcoming season, what are your expectations? And then you brought up the Hassan Reddick deal. What was your take on that whole situation as well?
Yeah, I mean, Hassan Reddick, I guess I would say skeptical, right? Because, I mean, Hassan Reddick was pretty good. I would have loved to see him in the Eagles jersey this year. That being said, how many bad trades has Howie Roseman made historically, right? Like trades where you look back and go, man, what was Howie doing? Like, yeah, some of his draft picks back in the day, certainly questionable, but he's had a really good record when it comes to trades. Historically, like you really have to scratch your head and dig pretty deep to find some bad Howie Roseman trades on his resume. So I'll keep my faith in Howie. Certainly skeptical. I would have loved to see Reddick on the team this year. But that being said, I'm optimistic on the Eagles once again coming into the season. I like that the expectations are kind of diminished, at least nationally. Like this team thrives when they don't have a ton of hype and ton of pressure like they had coming in last year. I mean, last year the story was, hey, you win the Super Bowl or your season's cooked. And I think after they lost to the 49ers at home, they realized mentally in the back of their heads as a team, like, hey, we're not getting there. It's not happening this year. And they just completely fell apart. Now, certainly there's a ton of questions about how the team's going to rally, the new coordinators, but, still have a very good offensive line, still pretty good at the defensive line. Love the skill players around Hurts. Still believe in Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. So they have a ton of stuff going on. And then you look at the rest of the division. Like, the Cowboys haven't done anything. Giants, Commanders, they still don't have quarterbacks. So I think their path to getting the playoffs and go on a run is set up well once again.
Will anybody beat the Chiefs?
Now that's again, it's the classic line of the only people that can beat the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Rashee Rice doing everything he can to make that a reality and possibly getting suspended here. But I mean, we're dealing with Patrick Mahomes in his prime. It's always going to be a tough out. But let's win the NFC first and roll the dice in the big game.
Sean the Money Green, can't thank you enough for popping up on here on a Friday. Of course, huge fans of everything you guys got cooking over there, except for Kramer. Kramer doesn't follow me.
He's a Giants fan, so
yeah, he's
Colby doesn't follow. I've been trying to get Colby. He's an ECU guy, and he doesn't even follow me.
Colby's an ECU guy?
I've replied to so many tweets from Colby, and I get nothing.
Sean,
so many ECU tweets.
All right, first, Sean, I need you to do me a favor. Get Kramer to follow me so I can stop crying about that, and get Colby to. John Jansen's the real deal. He's going on
VSiN
the same
on Saturday.
Saturday.
Steve Logan clip every single time, and I love it. Yes, he posts He's like, that's what we do at East Carolina. We go for it all the time. It's
Dude,
such a great clip.
Steve Logan
So
is
good.
like legendary.
He is legendary.
That is hysterical.
Oh yeah, and I
Colby's
don't know.
got to
Did
follow
you guys
Jansen.
see that? You saw that viral video that East Carolina guy going nuts with the
Took
pool
on
DJ?
7? Yeah.
Yeah, and then we cut it up. Yeah, we cut it up with the East Carolina music. It was great. So, highly recommend that.
Sean, can't thank you enough for popping up on a Friday, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck on those Masters wagers, and we'll talk before the NFL draft,
Yes.
man.
All right, enjoy Vegas.
My man.
Take it easy,
There he
guys.
is.
We're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it now.
Gambler Hotline, Sean the Money Green. Fantastic follow. Those guys have been kicking butt and taking names. Sports Gambling Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Legend.
Ah, I love this dude.
What's up,
I
guys?
miss you. I can't thank you enough for coming over here today. Get comfortable. You pull cords. Jared Smith, you know him, you love him. VSiN, Fox Sports Radio National, live on the line. My goodness, he does it all.
I hear him on all the sports updates too. I've been
Yeah,
hearing those
yeah,
lately.
Yeah, they got me.
BetMGM.
Fox Sports Radios. They got me doing it all.
Well, let me tell you, the BetMGM ones that you do are better than the other guy.
No, I appreciate
Just
that.
telling you that right now.
We're all great. If
As a
you're
pro,
referring-
no, I'm a program director of the station. Damn it! When I hear Jared Smith on the BetMGM
You know, you
minute,
feel good.
yeah.
This is not a bad place to be, though, huh?
Look at
No.
you, man, dude. You're gonna be
He's shining over
disappearing
here.
on me.
Oh yeah, no, things are going well right now. Things are going well.
Under $2 bills.
Way under that. Yeah. Oh, I'm
You're
in,
an animal.
I'm at 195 territory.
God
now.
bless you.
Yeah, 190 is gonna be soon. But now I'll be honest, I'm not even trying to lose weight anymore.
It's just
It's
happening.
It's a lifestyle.
Well, you're in
right?
the flow. Yeah. You've carved that. When did you move out here again?
It's been 2 years basically now.
Wow.
So basically, August will be 2 years. So the seed was planted around this time 2 years ago. I went to a bachelor party in Scottsdale. I think I told you this story.
Yeah.
The reason why I moved out here.
Yeah.
I went to a bachelor party in Scottsdale. Shout out Ben Rutman, my pal, got married, and he had his bachelor party in Scottsdale. And it was the first time that I'd ever been to the desert, really. And I remember it was April, and I was leaving New York City at the time, and it was miserable weather. And I remember getting off the plane in Phoenix and looking around like, wow, the desert, huh?
Yep.
And then it just kind of, I don't know. I thought about Phoenix for a while. I thought about Scottsdale, but then someone was like, you're a gambling guy. Go to Vegas. And yeah, it was a pretty good move, I would say.
I talked to him
You think?
yesterday. We were talking about you, and I go, I believe Jared called. I'm sure you called many people, and I believe we spoke about it, and you were like, what do you think? And I go, well, the one thing I said to you, if I remember correctly, was just because you go doesn't mean you have to stay. I'm like,
Yeah,
you go out
yeah.
there for 2 years, and if it's not working, then whatever.
I have a feeling
So,
you're staying longer than 2 years.
I was going to say, so we're 2
Yeah,
years into it.
I think
Are
I'm
you
taking
staying?
over on the 2 years, which is in about 4
Bro.
months.
Your light is shining so bright. Here's the deal. We got to take a quick time out. We're coming right back. We're live from what we're calling Augusta West, my friend.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Stadium Swim, Circle Resort Casino in Las Vegas. Jared Smith sticking around. Do not go anywhere. More Daily Ticket. Back up to this.
Barbera! Autopalooza! Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess. Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday. We're busy with volume on the Schuylkill Expressway, eastbound jam, Blue Route to Belmont, and approaching Montgomery Drive to south, westbound stop and go Vere to Girard, and approaching the Boulevard to Belmont. The Vine Expressway, eastbound tied up Schuylkill 95. 95 northbound heavy Chichester to Commodore Barry and Betsy Ross to Bridge, southbound so Woodhaven to Cotman, then further south jam 420 to the Commodore Barry. Delays on the Blue Route southbound Broomall down to 95. To tell a total traffic.
This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care. Save $15 on any oil change, plus get a free tire rotation with purchase at AAA Car Care Centers. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save on automotive maintenance at AAA Car Care Centers. Offer ends April 30th. See store for details.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Stay tuned to Fox PHL The Gambler for the latest CEOs you should know.
Bill Golderer, President and CEO of the United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey.
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
This is your Friday Sports Minute, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks.
In the NBA tonight in Miami, the Heat host the Wizards. The Miami Heat holding on to the 8th spot in the East. If they can win out and the Sixers lose, maybe a chance to move up to the 7th spot. Heat a 15.5-point home favorite tonight. Over-under total, 216.5. Out west in Sacramento, the Kings play host to the Phoenix Suns. Both teams headed towards the play-in tournament for the postseason. The Suns a 4.5-point road favorite. Over-under total, 225.5. It's the NBA on Friday night. Signature bet, single-game parlays. Build your own parlays. Lots of ways to take action.
BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. Or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net West Virginia. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth. And if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No, call Top Dog Law. Get top dollar for your accident at TopDogLaw.com. Once again, that's TopDogLaw.com.
The Gambler. Philly's home for all things sports gambling.
It makes it easier.
I love it.
Easier to bear.
Coming to you live from Augusta West, Stadium Swim, Circa Resort Casino in beautiful Las Vegas. Much different vibe than Super Bowl Sunday. That's for dang sure that week with their bundled up
A little cold that week.
jackets.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my North Face, and I was bummed about it. To Vegas. It's
Your
ridiculous.
North Face?
Yeah, you should have saw. You were here. You
well,
live
you
here.
got a little cold feet from the Super Bowl a little bit.
It was freezing.
Yeah,
it was cold.
Yeah.
You got a little PTSD from Super Bowl
That's
week, which
right.
was a very weird week here. It rained more that week than I think in the 2 years I've lived here.
Wow.
I'm not
Lovely.
kidding. It rained like 3 straight days. That has not
That's
happened in the
great.
2 years I've lived here.
The great Jared Smith sitting down with us, Jared Lee Smith on socials. You catch him on VSiN. You catch him on Fox Sports Radio every Saturday on our station, on our channel. That is Coast to Coast. Live on the line, does an amazing job covering all things sports gambling. And I mean it, one of the best in
You got
our
fans.
industry.
You got fans out here.
Do
People
we?
are watching.
Let's
No,
go.
we don't have fans.
They're
fans of you.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
Take
All
it
right,
down
you
a
did.
notch.
You did. My bad.
Shout
My bad.
out.
You did.
This set
Shout
is
out.
an aphrodisiac.
So there was a guy.
A social lubricant.
Right on.
Come on.
Clip that and run it.
Yes.
That's what it's about at Stadium Swim. No, there was a trio. I'm down by the kiosk putting a bet in for today.
Yeah.
Phillies, New
How great is it
Jersey's.
you can bet down here
Unbelievable. It's perfect.
and play blackjack.
Trio.
Yes.
Trio next to me, and they're yapping, and I'm like, "You got a winner?" And next thing we kick it off, and I'm like, "Yeah, we're from Philly." He's like, "We're from Philly." He's like, "You're Sean Brace.
Nice.
What up?" I'm like, "Dude, come on up. We're under the S, under Stadium Swim. That easy to find us."
I hate to know what they recognized you from.
I think you
How do
guys
they know
should tell
Sean
your
Brace?
people you're coming out here and make it watch parties.
Ooh, yeah.
Then you start selling discounted rates in the hotels, and you get. I mean, listen,
Let's
you can make
go.
a whole outing out of this.
This guy's brain works.
I
at
mean,
a
it's a
different level.
marketing thing. This is what, honestly, the events that I've attended here far outweigh just like coming here to hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Like to me, like this place
They
is
put
like
on amazing events.
born
Amazing.
for it.
Yeah.
You're right
So
about
good.
that. You are so
And they've been
right
great
about
for
that.
Augusta.
It's great for
Yeah, it's been great.
anything. It's great for anything. The Super Bowl was a little too much, but I think a March Madness, even like a conference tournament, afternoon, day. I mean, the basketball starts at 9 a.m.
Yep.
Like it, and with the Masters, what 6 a.m.
Yeah,
they get
something like
going?
that. Yeah,
Woo!
yeah, bright and early.
Bright and early.
My question is this though: they have a lot of lifeguards around here, but the pools are 3 feet deep. You think the
Wow.
lifeguards ever had to save anybody?
Well, I think it's in case
Wow.
you knock into something.
Yeah.
Knock into something?
I
Or
mean,
maybe somebody gets a little too sleepy in the
Oh,
pool.
gotcha.
you
sometimes
know?
there's too much social lubricant.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
things get a little bit
Yeah.
out
Let
of
me-
hand. Sloppy.
Let me tell you, if you have to be rescued by a lifeguard at Stadium Swim, you got to put that in your bio. I
Yeah.
once had to be rescued
Well,
by a
also, I mean,
lifeguard.
it gets hot out here. You know, you could dehydrate easily. Yeah,
that is
yeah.
a good point.
It gets hot.
Jared, take us through your Masters as far as heading into the week, where you're at right now. What was your approach? Are you a guy that fires on PGA, or is it just simply the Masters? What was your whole deal?
Yeah, golf's changed for me. I think when we started doing segments like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I think golf was a regular part of my week. I think now just I have to put more time into other sports. So it just golf, soccer, other things like that kind of like fell back. So golf for me this is the first event I'll bet on all year. That guy right there just missed the birdie putt. John Rahm was one of my favorite picks this week. I thought he was
Even the back-to-back.
Yeah, and well, I think it's all about pricing. I mean,
Yep.
I think a lot of the live guys are getting underpriced, and I think a lot of the Scotty Scheffler types are probably getting overpriced, him specifically. And listen, he's probably going to win this tournament or at least be in the top 5. I think that was probably the better bet. And I think check your rules too, because the finishing position bets I love, but make sure ties win and not reduce. Because him to finish in the top 5, I think, was going off at like minus 110. Like, I thought that.
Yeah.
Like, the floor on Scheffler, I thought, was so low. But what are you really getting if you go 4-1, 5-1 on him? So I went Rahm 13-1, and I took a couple shots. I got Matsuyama 20-1. I thought it was a good price. A guy that's had a lot of success, obviously, previous winner.
Me too.
And Shane Lowry is underpriced in every single tournament he plays in. It looks like those guys are
Been
going to
playing
just slip
great
in.
this year too.
He's been fantastic. And again, I don't have the context like that. I haven't watched him play a lot of these, build up tournaments, but I rely on a lot of the numbers and a lot of people that I specifically trust. I think the matchups and the finishing positions are more preferred where I park my money. I thought Rahm was undervalued in a couple matchups, especially against Rory. And I also bet a couple finishing positions. Usually the guys I bet to win, I'll go top 20, top 10. And then I did bet one prop. I can't even pronounce his last name. One of the amateurs to finish as the low am, Lambrecht, basically the guy that was the favorite in that market. I think he was like plus 160. But there's only 5 amateurs in the field. It looks like only 2 of them are going to make it. I think Lambrecht is right on the cut line right now, and then there's one other amateur, I think Shipley, above him. So hopefully one guy gets in, and they can go battle out on the weekend. But listen, I don't have a whole lot of context on what I've seen the first month or so, 2 months of the golf season. I'm just kind of getting caught up here this week.
Well, yeah, you know the betting context of how to do it and the numbers.
Yeah, buy
so
low,
how do you
sell high,
how do you
right?
bet somebody like Scotty Scheffler because
Great
he is
question.
so
That's where I was
good,
gonna
but he
go.
is so priced so low. It's
Pick
so
your
hard to
poison.
bet. Yeah,
Because when Sunday comes around, Jared, like
He's
aren't
there,
you going
right,
to be
every
kicking
time.
yourself like, yeah, like I get
course
it.
he's
And Sean
The
Green,
floor.
Sean
There's a
Green
floor there.
said the same exact thing that you just said. Look, I'm not getting my rocks off by a plus 450. But at the end of the
Not to win
day,
a golf tournament.
on Sunday, if you know he's going to be there, is that not a good bet, or is it just beauty in the eye
Well,
of the
what is he
beholder?
now? 2-1, plus 150.
yeah, something around there.
What's changed really, other than 4-1? And now you have 36 holes where you know he's going to be there. He's 6 under. He ain't going anywhere.
Yep.
You'd still like what's in my mind. Obviously, there's a big gap between a 4-1 and a plus 150 or whatever it is right now.
Okay.
Let's say it's even odds. But also now I know for sure he's probably going to be the favorite, the odds-on favorite, the actual odds-on favorite. Don't get me started with the Masters people saying odds-on favorite when they're 4-1.
Yeah.
Like that's just a nitpicky. It's like one of the ones. What really grinds my gears type of thing. But he's really going to be odds-on probably tomorrow if he closes today as the leader of the tournament. So I would rather eliminate at least the first 36 holes. And now, if you really are a believer in Scotty going to win this tournament this week, find the best price and go hammer away.
Yeah, that's where I was at. And I saw Scott Van Pelt. He said it on ESPN. He was like, yeah, those of you that weren't buying the price, guess what? You're going to be kicking yourself on Sunday when he's there. And I'm like,
always feels
there's
that
some
way.
truth.
Yeah.
But
If you did buy the price and he did this, you'd be mad you didn't put more on it. You're always going to be
Always.
upset about something.
Always.
So I think you can just reassess the situation in the current state. The current state is he's still plus money to win the tournament, and he's going to be the favorite pretty much the entire weekend. He's going to be probably, if not the leader, within a shot or two of the lead. He's going to be odds on probably come the 18 hole mark when we get to Sunday morning.
All right, let's switch gears. Talk a little NBA.
Yeah.
Coming
Kinda
down the
getting
home
into it
stretch. Yeah, now I can't wait to get these seeds
Honestly,
knocked
having
out.
the Sixers game really hard tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go through Embiid, right? Embiid looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Has the market caught up on any of his props yet? You guys
I don't know. Yeah,
you
I
have
haven't seen the
context
bucket.
better than me because you follow him every day. You know what his numbers usually are. He's just sitting in the 30-10 range every day,
Yep.
every game, or is that only 75% of what he normally is?
The
30,
bar is
31 and a half is the
31,
point.
31 and a half. The bar, that's the crazy thing about him coming back, right? His first game back, his box score was unbelievable, right?
And I think his point prop was only 25 and a half.
Fantastic.
And it wasn't even like I think he finished with 24, 25 in that first game back, but he spread it out. And then people were like, oh, he's so slow, which is true, but the bar is so high for that guy.
He's just so skilled. Everything he does.
You
is
know
so
where I'm
skilled.
going with
Right.
this right now.
You think he can win it all?
No,
Win
no.
the East?
Well, I'm asking you. Of course, you're going to get a biased opinion from us. We're Sixer fans. I'm skeptical. You're telling me
Well,
this is
you're
your-
not biased because you do see the markets and you understand how big of a long shot they really are.
Absolutely, 100%. Like they've struggled to get out of the second round, and now this is the year that it's going to happen. There's a caveat.
Well,
There's a lot of things I can
well,
throw
I
in
think
there.
the wild thing to me, and to add a little bit of context to all of it, is they probably were the second best team in the East all season until Embiid got hurt.
Fair.
And we're seeing it get close to that. And no other team in the East has ever looked that good other than Boston. So like this Sixers team, the ceiling is so high, and we saw that ceiling so high. It's just that can they hit that over and over again, and can they hit that through the playoffs, which they've struggled to. But it's the closest I think they've been to being like an actual contender and top team.
From a gambling perspective, you have to ask yourself two questions. Last year, were they that team last year going
I
into the
thought
playoffs?
so too. I thought so too.
So
yeah.
Last year they were. I don't remember the odds off the top of my head. Maybe you guys do. Were they the second favorite behind Boston to win the East last year going into the playoffs? If not the third favorite.
I want to say they were.
Sean Bernard's behind the glass back at home. He's our Sixers insider. Sean, thoughts on that question, sir?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were second
pretty sure
favorite
they
last
were
year.
as
Okay,
well, yeah.
so What are they now? The 4th, 5th?
Third.
shot to go?
Third.
Wow,
Third.
they went up to third.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm interested what the odds were because I think Boston's eating up a lot more equity this year than last
Yeah,
year.
definitely.
Boston wasn't odds on last year to win the East to start the playoffs, I don't think. I think it was still plus money. So is Philly that much worse than last year going into the playoffs to where you're not willing to buy at a significantly lower price?
It's a good take. Yeah, it's a good take.
Again, that's just the market perspective.
Yeah.
I have no idea if they can actually pull it off. Probably not. I think we're not 8 out of 10 scenarios, 9 out of 10 scenarios, Celtics in the finals.
Yeah.
But that one scenario is still open, and the price says Philly probably a little bit better of a buy this year than last year.
We're here, and you're starting to see. We're here at Stadium Swim, but we're here heading into the playoffs. We're 2 games away tonight. All NBA teams are in action tonight and on Sunday, closing up shop on the regular season, and then we get to the play-in tournament, which has been a home run, and I can't wait to see what it looks like as far as the teams that will be involved there. And then you get these playoff matchups, and that's when I'm going to dive deeper into my take. Like right now, the bias. Sixers fan, I believe. Sure, Joel Embiid's going to be the best player.
Yeah. Well,
as long
think
as you're aware of it.
There were 3 things they had to check mark coming in.
Put that on a T-shirt. You're allowed to be biased.
Just bake it into your
But
handicap.
you better be
Just
aware
like
of
the
it.
odds, bake in whatever else
Yeah.
situation.
But there's
crap they put
there
in.
were 3 things they had to check off for me to make that playoff run. One was Embiid being healthy, and it seems like he's healthy right now.
The question
2
is,
was
can
how
they
would he
deal
look
with it
with
over
the
the long haul? People don't realize how long the NBA
That's
playoffs.
absolutely true.
It's like a whole.
It's a long time.
Second
But
season.
I think now they also check off Embiid with his teammates because I think the teammates have been playing better with him back. Which
Oh,
that was,
yeah.
Buddy Hield looks better
Oh,
with him
he
back. And all those
elevates
guys.
so many people
And he
around
was-
him. He gets so many more open
And
shots.
it's
for
really
people.
just that last thing now is can they get over the second round problem? Can they get over that
What's the
whatever
matchup in the
whatever
first round
that
gonna
is? The
Where
first
they-
round might be Milwaukee. It looks like
I'll be
If they're going to
honest,
be in the play-in
very
game.
beatable right now.
Absolutely.
With the Doc Rivers
Sixers
too.
as a dog in that series, probably betting the series spread. Sixers there,
Yeah.
plus 1.5 games.
Right there with you. With Doc too. Doc hasn't figured it out with that.
Doc against the Sixers is a disaster waiting to happen.
Yes, it
I
is.
totally
Nick
agree
Nurse
with you.
would outcoach Doc Rivers
Oh.
very easily.
So quick NCAA tournament takeaway: they should have given Dan Hurley the most outstanding player. The coaching mismatch
Masterclass.
in that championship game. Speaking of Nick Nurse running circles around, Hurley ran circles
Hurley
around Matt
did.
Painter in that game.
The way that
Sorry,
they
Matt.
defended, they basically said, "Hey, Klingon, you're going to lose 1-on-1. Just if you can defend him, and we'll defend the perimeter, you're fine. You're not going to lose that battle that often. That we're going to
What
lose
was it?
this
The
game."
art of
It was
war:
amazing.
attack the enemy's weakness.
Yeah.
The enemy's weakness is the guards, and UConn made it a guard game. They said your guards beat our guards, and it's not going to. It's
The
it's
ATM
impossible.
machine that they were, the UConn
Unbelievable.
Huskies.
One of the best, one of the chalkiest
Yeah.
cover machines I've ever witnessed.
And
Because
when Big
historically
Cat from
speaking,
Barstool is throwing out $50,000
Yeah.
winners, you know they were chalk.
Portnoy won what?
Same.
Biggest win ever. Then
Everybody.
You know it was an easy win.
Yep.
But I mean, listen, whatever. Move on from that.
Yeah.
I think even Final Four chalk usually doesn't cover. So the fact that they did was
I agree.
Well, it was testing that. Okay, Illinois shouldn't be that much of an underdog, and it was testing that like the number doesn't sound right. Nothing looks right about this. Yet UConn still was just covering over and over.
Oh, I heard the 2 weeks. This is the team.
Oh,
that-
exactly. Illinois. Oh, that's too big of a number for Illinois.
The
That's too
defense
big of
for
a
San
number
Diego
for
State.
Purdue.
They're gonna control the tempo.
Exactly. It was every
Yeah.
game we were hearing that. It was
Yeah,
nuts.
you just have to you just have to appreciate greatness sometimes.
Yeah.
Tip your cap to it.
Jared Smith sitting in with us here live at Stadium Swim. Sixers tonight, 7.5-point home favorites against the Orlando Magic. Every game matters to a point. And you said you were a little bit into this one. Is there any thoughts on this from the gambling side?
I think Embiid definitely over turnovers.
Wow.
He had 5 against the Pistons.
Yeah.
The number was 4.5. It was plus money to the over. So he had 8 against the Grizz a couple nights ago. And again, the Grizzlies are kind of on par with what the Magic do in forced turnovers. And you got to go over in points. I mean, until he doesn't give you that.
Yeah.
I think 30 is a floor for him.
I love going all over the ballpark with Jared because you just sent a.
Well, I want to get to the ballpark soon with Jared.
Oh yeah,
that's where we're going.
Yeah,
We're going right
good.
now because one of my favorite wagers right now is because of you. Pitches.
Yep.
Pitches.
Are you jumping on the first inning pitches train?
Oh,
Yo, I'll be honest. You think the Yerfies a sweat? This is better.
pitches.
It's a better sweat.
That's a
by
great sweat. Far.
I love
For
that.
people that don't follow, what am
Yeah.
I talking about right now?
So for those that know me, first inning is like a cult. It's become a cult. It was a cult, to be fair. It was a cult before we started, identifying it as a cult. I have been betting Nerfy Yerfy since I was like 15.
Okay.
And I know that's I don't want to go all Shohei and and
Well, it's
incriminate
interpreter, at least,
myself
yeah.
here, but I was betting on sports in my teenage years.
Yes.
So this bet has been around forever. It's been weaponized over the last few years now to become a social demon. And don't get me wrong, in terms of the degenerate scale, it's pretty high up there on the sweat factor.
But it is such a social fun bet
It
to
is,
have. Yeah.
because
Kick
it's
the door in,
instant
let's go.
gratification,
Yep.
and it correlates everything that our society loves about gambling, which is quick, it's random, volatile, and instant. So the one thing I dislike about him, there's too much variance. I can cap the game right. Ducks on the pond. You're handicapping base runners, walks, expected fit. Like, you're handicapping runners on base. The problem is you don't always get the gratification because a lot of times the runners get stranded.
Yep.
I've lost so many Yerfy bets where it's bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitcher is literally about to throw up on the mound. He's gassed, 30 pitches, and then he gets some weak pop-up or some call.
Or in the Phillies case, bases loaded, no outs, and they end up grounding
nobody.
out in double play, nobody scoring. Yeah.
So this bet, to me, is less result, more process. The process is I know which pitchers are going to struggle against which lineups. The Yankees take pitches at an alarming rate. You work around Judge. You work around Soto. The Dodgers, you work around Ohtani because Freeman is there. You
Yep.
can't always. So
and then bets.
there, and then you can't work around bets because Ohtani's there. You can't, so it's just you just know which pitchers are going to struggle most nights. Double plays still happen, randomness still happens, but I feel like over 15.5 pitches. They're setting this line flat, 15.5 over under, high juice to the over usually. But I feel really confident that the overs are going to hit against a lot of these lineups. And then you look for the undervalued spots against lineups that maybe like the Angels randomly take a lot of pitches. So you have to piece it together, but you're rooting for foul balls. You're rooting for junk. You're rooting for 0-2, waste one.
Yeah.
Waste one.
Yeah.
Foul ball, waste
Such an
one.
odd sweat. That's great.
And you can get there so many ways.
That's great.
It's my new favorite bet.
Yeah.
It's my new favorite bet.
I was ready to tail. I screen grabbed. I took a snapshot of your pictures. Where was it? Oh, it was Saturday. I was going down to WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I screen grabbed your take or your tweet, and then I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna fire on it. I have yet to do so. And but
does every sportsbook have that market?
Only MGM.
MGM.
Okay, yeah.
Only one.
I was about to say that.
And
It
works-
sounds like such a niche market.
It is. Well, I've been working really closely with the MGM odds makers over the last couple of years.
Get
They're
out.
starting to get to know me. And
look at you.
I asked
Look
them.
at this guy.
Well,
Look at him.
He's big
They,
time.
Look at him.
They came
I'm
out with
surprised
the
he even
market.
still comes on our show.
They came out with the market.
It's like it's that, you know what that is? It's the hot wing thing. Look at us.
Yeah,
How
look
is
at
he
us.
here?
Yeah. I know, Paul Rudd. Look at us.
Look at us.
Who would have thought? Not me.
You realize you were the first person that gave me a radio hit in gambling.
Wait, we were.
Wow, really?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about this
Yeah.
too as well.
That's why I'm a loyal guy.
And not to go into older times, but
No,
like,
we can.
There was a certain station that had you as a co-host with Ariel, who is doing phenomenal things as
Yeah,
well. You're talking about
too.
two of the biggest in our gambling
Wild.
world right now, like all over the place, and they had that. And
Think that
it's
station
just
took that
like,
for granted
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit?
You think they messed up?
No,
Little
they
bit?
didn't mess up. They
Wow.
are what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
All the love to all of them, too.
Like,
all
oh,
parties
absolutely.
involved.
Because you know what, you got to go through some of those things to come out.
But also, everyone has their own path in this business.
Yeah.
And I tell this to a lot of people that reach out and try to follow my path. You can't. There is no my path. There's only your story. And like you go through all these ups and downs. But honestly, Vegas is the place to be.
Yeah,
Vegas is the reason for all of
All right,
my
I'm
success.
moving in with you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. I'm moving in.
Jackpot's not gonna like that too much.
I'm good with dogs.
the
All right.
cave with Jared Smith and
Comfortable
Jackpot.
being just alone. Just
Yeah,
you
when does
and-
that
you and
turn
the dog.
into a reality show where we could just watch you behind the scenes cooking up these concoctions of plays, hanging out with Jackpot, and just have the screens to the right and
The
just-
ring lights going. I know
Yeah.
you got plenty of
You know
ring
what the
lights.
funny thing is? I don't go out a whole lot. I'm not a party guy. Like I have a quiet I have I have a couple of really close friends I've met out here. One of them recently, he talks real to me. He's like, "You live very modestly," and like coming out here, people are like, "Oh, party, oh, going crazy." Like, actually, this place has randomly and ironically slowed me down.
I believe
It's the climate. It's the lifestyle. Now, this obviously is a special
this is incredible.
occasion
Yeah,
here.
It's Masters, we're here.
Yeah,
let's go.
and I'm with friends.
Yeah.
But like my days consist of very slow handicapping, dog walking, like on the balcony,
That's
getting
living
sun,
the life.
working out.
On the same side of things, I do want to point out, like, I don't think you can be who you are right now
No.
if you don't.
I
Like,
work 80, 90 hours
you
a week.
can't be successful. You can't
Agreed.
be the guy. You can't give us that information. You're not like, there's no way you can do all of that. You just can't.
And I love what I do. That's why it's not work. Like, I genuinely nerd off on this stuff.
Yeah.
I have this hunger and this desire to know everything. I don't know why.
I love it.
Deep rooted inside of me. And it's not like an ego or cocky thing. It's just like I'm genuinely curious about everything.
It's a great,
and not just sports, but like life. And this was a very new experience for me out here that has allowed me to access a lot of different avenues that I didn't have back east.
What's next? Ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers?
No, yes, but there's a dispensary on every corner here, so it's not that hard.
Well,
to
he's
get.
a Jets fan, so
I
he's got
know.
to do that
Yeah,
one, Roger.
yeah.
You got to get the inside
Is it
info
the
on
year for the Jets, Jared Smith?
No.
No. They're all in.
Why? I guess.
If
why
Aaron,
should I ask
if
why
Aaron,
not?
If Aaron
Like,
Rodgers is healthy for a full season, no.
Let's see if they drafted on lineman. Let's see if they signed Smith, the big boy from Dallas. Let's see if he stays upright.
Reddick's going to be motivated. I
Listen,
thought that was a good move.
I think the Jets, it all comes down to the offensive line.
Okay.
It really
I
does, yep.
I think the Jets, they drafted Mekhi Becton 4 years ago, I think it was. That has been, so far, one of the bigger mistakes in this new regime that we've had. And I think we need to see the offensive line.
Even
has to
worse
be.
than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I think Zach Wilson
I think
was
so.
a reach.
Because I think he might be
the prior regime.
I think he might be right. Oh, was it the prior
I
one?
think I don't know. I forget when one started and one. But no, I'm talking
All
about
those Jet
keeping
squads
Becton.
run together.
They could have got.
Oh,
they could have.
yeah.
They could have cut ties
Yep,
with Becton
yep.
multiple times over the last couple years and just kind of moved on from them. But they kept giving him a chance, and I think we need to see a lot of turnover with the offensive line.
You're going to stick around today?
Yeah.
All right,
I've
beautiful.
got another.
I think
yeah,
Parles
you
is
got me
coming
for
soon
another
too.
segment.
Beautiful.
We're about to have a whole group.
Parles
here.
coming through. Nice.
Derek Stevens might
We're
be
here, yeah,
stopping
Derek
by.
Stevens here. We're here till 3 o'clock. One question on the Phillies. I'm on the Phillies tonight. Of course, right? The hometown flow. New Jerseys. How do you handicap that, kid? New Jerseys.
Don't handicap.
I know,
Don't
I'm
handicap
joking,
that.
I'm joking.
You
But
can enjoy them though; they're nice.
But-
are they?
I think the hats are nice.
Philly
The
doesn't.
hats
You guys don't like them?
Nah, they don't.
Philly
like
doesn't like anything.
That's fair.
Bailey
true.
Falter
Except
on the
for tasty
mound.
cakes.
That's
Love
what
tasty
I like. I like the fact they're going up against Bailey Falter.
Over 15.5 pitches first inning.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Absolutely.
Let's get
Are
it.
Phillies a
Both-
team that takes a lot of
actually,
pitches? I
both.
feel like the
they're
Phillies
mid.
do.
They're mid
Mid?
in that category, but the top of the order is decent. But Falter's a high walk guy, and Christopher Sanchez has been a little bit control freakish.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh's a high pitch count team. That was one of the ones that was a little on the buy or low side tonight. I think that's a good Yerfie game, depending on what the weather is. The most important thing you're any game with baseball right now is the weather. Some of these games are being played not in this weather, in literal 25, 30-degree rain, snow misery.
Yeah, not bad. 60 degrees and sunny. It's not terrible. It's looking all right there. In
Not
Philly. But
terrible.
yeah, not terrible. I mean, it's not like
Michelle, will you come in? Will you slide right over here next to John for me?
Are
for
we
a
being
second?
joined by company?
Yes.
you were being joined by company.
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely Michelle. She's been taking great care of us here at Stadium Swim. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Eagles fan.
Yes, I'm an Eagles fan.
How are you an Eagles fan?
Yeah. How did that happen?
My ex-husband is from Philly.
Ex-husband.
Oh,
I think he left me, kinda.
oh boo him.
Kinda good, not much.
So he's gone, but here's
But
the
at least
deal.
you inherited a good thing in being an Eagles fan.
Yes, I was
That's
gonna
a
say
good
he's
thing.
gone,
Yeah,
but you're
he's
still
gone,
hanging with the
but-
birds.
Yeah, that's good.
And then how about
They're
this?
doing good, though.
How about this, Jared? She gets my ID. We share the same birthday.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
I know, April 29.
It was meant to be.
4/29/81.
Oh, your birthday's
Well,
soon.
yeah, I'm 80. I'm an old man. What were you?
94.
94.
You just revealed
Get
your
outta
birthday
here.
on national radio with
It's
thousands
okay.
of people
It's
listening.
okay. It's
You're the
okay.
best. Michelle, thank you for taking
Happy
great care of
30.
us. Nobody but
Cheers
Michelle,
to
one more
30.
time, say hello to the people. Oh, yeah, we need another one of those, please. That's why I actually did call you over. But
No,
you
you're
are the
good.
best.
Walk right
Thank
through,
you.
Michelle.
Thank
You're
you,
good.
Michelle.
Thank you.
I'm turning the big 3-0 this year as well.
As I said it,
Congrats,
I'm like 429.81.
Is that congrats?
And
Is
I'm
that
like,
good? Yeah.
How old are you? 94. I knew it.
That was the year the Rangers won the cup. It was a good year.
94.
I
There
was
you
8
go.
years old.
Mark Messier. Yeah, we do have Jeff Parles coming through. Derek Stevens, the guy, the God himself who created this
Godfather,
heavenly place that we are in
The
right now.
architect of all of this.
Stadium Swim, of course, Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. This is the Daily Ticket. Jared Smith's going to kick it with us for a little bit. John Jansen, I'm Sean Brace. Big final hour here at the Close-Up Shop on a Friday, live from Las Vegas. Back after this.
Picks and Roll, an NBA podcast featuring Sean Brace and Sean Bernard.
13.5, just too many points at this point in time of the year. I can't do it.
Team is one that on every night can give you a fight or can be for the taking.
Breaking down the matchups and analyzing the odds to help you score big. Don't miss out. It's time to elevate your game with Picks and Roll, available on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Don't miss the annual Bear Affair Gala, May 2nd at Lincoln Financial Field. Join the Philadelphia Children's Alliance in the fight against child sex abuse. Get your tickets today at bearaffair.org. They believe all kids deserve to be kids. Abuse occurs in every neighborhood in our city, and the Children's Alliance does everything they can to stop it. From child-sensitive interviews to therapy, medical exams, prevention, education, and more. All of their services are at no cost to families. Get your tickets today at bearaffair.org.
Swing It and Ding It is sponsored by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the podcast. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating. Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
A Gain St. Bede's story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain St. Bede's into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing." Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain St. Beads. Try Gain St. Beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
KFC's new saucy nuggets are here to show you what it really means to have the sauce. These juicy hand-breaded nuggets come drenched and dripping. Get the real sauce. Try KFC's new saucy nuggets, available in Nashville Hot, Georgia Gold, Honey Sriracha, Korean Barbecue, or Sticky Chicken. Dripping in flavor. 10 pieces for just $5.99. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary. Tax, tip, and fees extra.
Going stir crazy with your pet? Invisible Fence brand works in any weather so you can stay warm while your dog gets their energy out in the yard. Their local pet experts work with you to create a customized solution tailored to fit your pet. Learn more about how pets like yours gain independence at invisiblefence.com.
Mostly cloudy overnight with a spotty shower this evening. And again, in the pre-dawn hours, it's windy overnight with gusts up to 30 miles an hour and a low temperature of 48 degrees. Saturday, clouds for the most part. We'll see some sunshine returning as we go deeper into the day. Could be a passing shower. Still very windy with gusts of 40 miles an hour. The high 59, but feeling more like the upper 40s. So definitely bundle up if you're heading out to one of your kids' baseball or softball games. I'm meteorologist Adam Joseph with your 6 ABC forecast.
This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care. Save $70 on select sets of 4 Nokian tires at AAA Car Care centers. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save $70 on Nokian tires through April 15th at AAA Car Care centers. See store for details.
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Watch for delays in Lower Moreland Huntington Pike at Welsh Road. That's due to a crash. We've got a crash in Lower Marion Lancaster Avenue at Booth Lane and one in Chester County at Manor Road near Little Conestoga Road. Jam traffic on the Schuylkill eastbound Blue Ridge to Belmont, Montgomery Drive to South, Westbound Heavy University to Girard and Boulevard to Belmont. The Vine Expressway westbound backed up Broad to the Schuylkill. Eastbound tied up Schuylkill 95. 95 southbound Jan 420 to the Commodore Barry. 42 south heavy off the Walt Whipna Creek Road. All right, to tell a total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows pros need the right tools for every job. That's why they sell the largest in-store selection of Klein tools anywhere. Shop Klein tools in-store and online today. Because Lowe's knows tools, Lowe's knows pros.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
They're modern-day con artists, and they're the focus of Creating a Con, a true crime anthology podcast. Season 1 spotlights Ray Trapani and his tech startup scam, endorsed by DJ Khaled and Floyd Mayweather, and built on empty promises and millions from bilked investors.
If someone's like, oh, what's your best way of making money? I don't think start a business. I'm like, oh, we should start some sort of scheme. And I can't help it.
Listen to Creating a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Creating a Con.
Shop our best savings for spring during SpringFest at Lowe's. Right now, get a free leaf blower and select combo kits. And stock up on soil for all your gardening projects. Get 3 bags of 3/4 cubic foot Miracle-Gro garden soil free when you buy 3. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 4/17. Compared to trimmer purchased separately. Blower and trimmer sold packaged together as combo kit. Includes 1 battery and charger. Miracle-Gro offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right?
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thingy.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water, pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Alt 2K.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
A commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s. With Foo Fighters, Weezer, Linkin Park, Green Day, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Alt 2K, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Your home for Villanova basketball is WDAS and WD273D, Fox Sports Radio, Philadelphia.
All right, we got a couple things to update here as we're broadcasting live. Jansen, do your job from Stadium Swim here at Circa Resort and Casino. Not like you don't do your million jobs that I ask of you. Great job across the board as always.
No, it's okay. I'll do my job.
First and foremost, we were finally able to connect with Stephanie Smalls. Smalls.
Oh, what's up, Smalls?
Yeah,
I
Smalls
did her
is the
show at
best.
Super Bowl week.
Yeah,
That was so much fun.
She's the best. We wanted to get her on, but we were trying to make it happen. So, but shout out to Smalls, big time.
Wow,
in
Smalls ditching us again. I thought she was going to be here this weekend.
Well, it's just
didn't
tough.
show up.
It's
she's
tough.
in Vegas all the time.
Yeah. from the gambling perspective, as far as golf is concerned, she does a great job there.
She absolutely does.
Yeah, does her homework. I said this the other day on the timeline. I said I don't think anybody talked more about this tournament than Smalls.
I think golf is, again, one of the reasons why I took a step back from handicapping golf. I have a handful of people in my network that are so good at it. I would have to cap it year round in order to be on their level.
Look at this picture.
I would have to handicap golf year round to be on their level. And I just said to myself, what am I doing? I have so many people and she's all year round.
Yeah.
And it's hard to handicap golf year round.
I'm going to go give her a follow on Instagram.
You want to take that picture of me?
That was a great profile.
You want me to do that? You want me to do that same pose?
Stop.
Oh, were you interrupting an Instagram moment?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, those can be fun here.
Instagram.
We just had one out on the
Yes, we did.
facade over there.
Jared Smith's kicking it with us still here. Parlo's going to join us. Derek Stevens, the CEO of this beautiful place, the man who created this stadium swim playground. He'll be joining us a little bit later as well. We are all over the board, of course, back home. Phillies back in action this evening. Sixers back in action this evening. Sean Bernard, your thoughts on the Sixers back at the studio? Is this a play for you? -7.5?
The 7.5 feels like a lot for me, but I do think this is a game that's going to be down to the wire. So I haven't jumped all over that, but I'm on board with the Joel Embiid points. I think there's a lot of player props you can get in. Maxey's points have taken a significant dip. His 3-pointers at 2.5 I love tonight. So a lot of player prop action, but the 7.5 makes me a little nervous.
He agreed with you, Jared. I know you don't have headphones, but he also floated out the idea of over 2.5 threes by Joel Embiid.
Or Maxey.
Oh, Maxey. Excuse me, Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mad Maxey, he is the difference right now for this squad. So
yeah,
we'll see what they're able to do.
I'm interested to see what he's going to be like as a second scorer in the playoffs. Because obviously he still had to take a backseat to Harden last year.
Yeah.
So I'm interested.
You need James Harden to play like James Harden.
Yeah.
And he did for a few of those games. Look, remember, the Sixers had Game 6.
They had Game 6
at
won.
home. If they win that game,
And they had that one going into the fourth quarter.
They eliminate the Boston Celtics from last year's NBA playoffs. Like, it's there. It's just they got to put it together, and I we'll see. Long way to go.
Can't close.
Yeah.
I think you buy Philly right now. I think Philly's a buy, and not to suck off here suck up to you guys, the Philly guys, but I think they are a buy team.
Oh, we got the
Oh my
platter.
goodness gracious!
The chicken tender platter coming in hot.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
I think that's
I don't eat those anymore.
No.
Oh no, carbs. Come on.
No, you were no carbs.
I mean, I eat carbs, but very light.
Trust
I was
me,
thinking about
I
getting
eat plenty of carbs.
I was thinking about trying one of the pimento sandwiches here because I heard they were fantastic.
They're coming up too as well. So we got the chicken finger platter delivered.
There's
The world
even, no
famous
room to put
platter.
this down. Look
Yeah,
at this.
thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Look
at that.
There's a lot of food right there, and Jared's like, I'm tapping out. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I had my protein shake and my 4 eggs scrambled. That's pretty much my lunch.
I do eggs every morning.
Oh, eggs
my
every
bad
day.
thing is there's a McDonald's at the D.
No, you guys stay away from that.
Yeah, I had.
But it's not
I had a
breakfast, it's
spicy
lunch.
I had a spicy McChicken and a McDouble.
Oh,
last
a
night, late
spicy
night.
McChicken,
Yeah,
not even a regular
solid,
McChicken. Spicy.
solid.
I don't eat McDonald's except for when I come to
No,
Vegas.
I cut all that out.
Yeah.
So honestly,
Smart.
it's not hard to lose weight. Just stop eating food. It's really easy.
Yeah.
It's honestly it's really easy.
But I love food.
I know.
can't
Me
stop.
too. And then I said, wait a minute, maybe we should chill. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, this is a little easier than I thought it was going to be. Not saying it's easy, but intermittent fasting changed my life.
Ooh,
Booze
yeah.
is what gets me.
That too. That definitely does.
Yeah, booze is what.
Because
Yeah, beer-
I'm
beer
just
counts
a
as
beer drinker.
carbs.
Yeah, I'm just a beer drinker.
Beer is liquid bread.
Yeah, beer.
Liquid bread.
Terrible to look
and
at
it's
it
the
that way.
worst because you go to this.
You're gonna ruin beer for me.
You go to the
Good.
gym.
Maybe that's a good
It's
thing.
just
Might be a
liquid
good thing.
bread.
You know, a lot of people drink the vodka in clubs, and I mix those in from time to time. But I'm a Miller Lite guy.
No, drink tequila. Tequila speeds up your metabolism.
Does it really?
Vodka slows it down. It's made from corn.
I gotta learn to love tequila.
I don't know.
Tequila's not.
I'm gonna send that to my wife. Be like, Jared told me to drink more tequila.
Yes.
So make that happen.
Listen,
Tequila loses weight.
if you want to not feel like a fatty when you go out to drink tequila, soda with lime. That is the best drink possible for when you are dieting.
I believe it. I believe it. And take it from you.
All right,
Have
I gotta-
many of
all
them.
Yeah.
I got to become a tequila guy now.
All right, let's get back over
I
to
gotta
the
do it.
Masters and update what's happening there. I know we're a little all over the place because
Scheffler's
it's a
still good.
beautiful day. Yeah, Scotty Scheffler is.
What
still
are
good.
his live odds?
That's a good question.
Well,
I'll look that up.
There you go. Seven.
Because I think we've reached that point now where you're on the back nine. He's on the 11th hole. He's about to finish Amen Corner. He's tied with I always call him Rochambeau with Bryson DeChambeau, and Bryson's pretty much done with his round. So odds are he's not going to finish higher than 7.
Wow,
So-
outright Scheffler's just even. +100.
I think Scheffler, if he finishes the tournament 8 under finishes this round 8 under or better with the outright lead, he will be minus money heading into tomorrow.
That's incredible.
I think you might have your last chance to bet him with a plus sign in the next hour.
Bryson DeChambeau, they're tied right now for the lead. And I know you're right. Scotty Scheffler has a few more holes
He has
left.
5 more
So,
holes in
he
hand.
has almost a whole back 9
Yes.
left. So that obviously I think is playing a factor in the
It
here.
absolutely is. Because
But
2 of
DeChambeau
those holes are
4 to
par
1?
5s.
Yeah, that's true. But still, I mean, DeChambeau to be 4 to 1, there's such a premium price to pay on Scheffler, and for good reason, because this guy's the damn best in
But
the
you
world.
have to look at win equity right now. I don't have the leaderboard in front of me, but Max Homa obviously has win equity. How much win equity does Bryson have?
Define win equity.
right.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's just
Actually can win the
Can win
tournament.
the damn deal.
Has the full game, not just the long game to actually stay in it.
has
but
one, will
can
win.
make the winning putt on Sunday.
Yep.
Max Homa, yes. Obviously Scheffler, yes. Bryson, maybe. So you've got a shot over Homa right now, and Scotty's got 8 holes left, and you're at a coin flip right now. Who behind Scheffler has win equity that's within 5 or 6? If you're outside of 6 shots of the lead, you're not winning this tournament with 36 to go.
Well, the good thing is he's kind of narrowing what he does
That's what
really
I'm
well.
saying.
He
How many
narrows
guys-
the field so much.
How many
which is
guys
great.
are in red figures that are like, you can win this tournament?
No, yeah, that's
Can
where
you
I'm
count
at.
them on more than one hand?
Look, the bottom line is Scotty Scheffler has set the bar, right? Like that's
So incredibly
that's what's
Still
going
get
through
him
my
in a
mind.
coin flip.
So like Morikawa is a guy who's won a major before. Does he won 2 majors?
He hasn't been playing well.
No, he hasn't. But right now he's 3 under, and he
But
is.
he
somewhat
has
well
some win.
today. Yeah.
He has some win equity.
But to get there, like so much has to happen.
You're
First of all, Scheffler has to fall off.
yes.
Like Morikawa's not shooting what my guy did
And also, I
last
think
Sunday
the
in the
conditions,
back
from
nine.
what I heard, are going to get easier this weekend.
I hope.
And I think that favors the guy that has the lead.
Correct.
If the conditions are easy, it's easier to shoot par, make other people chase you and catch you. So I just think this is setting up for Scotty to where it's going to take, right, in more than 4 out of 10 scenarios, I think he wins this tournament. So that means even
That's
odds
correct.
is a fair bet.
What it takes to beat Scotty Scheffler right now, I think Bryson DeChambeau has it in him to do it. I don't think Max Homa has it. To me, this is a 2-horse
I think
race.
Homa has it.
This is a 2-horse race, and I hope. Look, if you
But
got
he's,
to,
a
surprises
shot,
me a lot.
but he's a shot back, and he could be 3 shots back heading into tomorrow.
because Sean had a 5-1. I have no idea if you have any futures on Max Homa. I think he can. I hope he wins it. He's a great story. Max Homa is a very likable guy.
He is.
But Bryson DeChambeau is so dialed in, and he's played in these big spots and come out on top
I
over
liked
the
his
years.
interview in the Butler cabin yesterday.
I liked him in the beginning. I did.
Yeah, I think his head got in the way.
Absolutely.
But also, again, coming
Look
from
what's
someone,
happened today with the whole club nonsense. Where did that come from?
there's a lot of people in sports.
That's Bryson DeChambeau to a T.
It is. And I think he's a perfect story of what sports is. It's not supposed to be easy. Tiger Woods is not the normal story.
You're right.
Like, Bryson had a ton of success, won majors, then his head got in there, and he wanted to evolve his game, and he wanted to become a superhuman.
That was the crazy thing is, yeah.
He wanted to become
evolved so much.
superhuman,
Yeah.
and he fell short of it. And then I think the mental side of that knocked him down even more, and then the live stuff. And now I think he's at the point, when I watched that interview yesterday, you could see in his eyes, he looks a little calm.
Yeah.
He looks like he's a little more mature to handle something like this.
He's got
because he wanted to kick ass and take names when he evolved initially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
well-
said, I
And
want to
then
hit
life
long.
humbled
I want to.
Life humbles you.
everybody
Exactly.
everybody was a doubter. Everybody
goodness,
hated
you
him.
talked about it. Life humbles you sometimes. You
Amen.
have to find yourself in different places.
Yeah, and
That is a great sports
Yeah.
story.
Really is.
it's not. You don't want to go through those things, but those are the types of things that define you as a person, that make you better in life. And look, it's not to say if you don't come out on top, like you failed. You're going to learn something no matter what when you go through.
Well, that's the beauty.
That is
of
amazing
life.
thing because
You know?
DeChambeau, just the way he plays golf now, it feels like an
Well, he
evolution.
plays
We're not
the
talking about the
game
game
like
of
a
golf
major
right now.
champ.
We were
I know,
talking
life.
life there.
I know
yeah.
life, but like life leads to what
Yeah.
he's doing on the
No, you're
course,
right.
and like it
No,
does.
those
feel
guys
that
are
way.
different monsters. Yeah, the mental game is so important for, like you said on Sunday, who can make that putt? That's all mental. That's all mental for these guys.
And he was a great putter. I think he is. But again, there's a mental. There's a mental side to golf that is uncappable.
Oh God, yeah.
Unhandicappable.
It happens in tennis too.
These
Those
guys
are the
are
two
all
sports that are the
amazing.
most.
They're individual sports.
Yeah.
You have no teammates.
Every one of these guys can go out there and shoot a 65. Every one of these guys can go out there and do it.
And a lot of it is a few inches here or there, but a lot of it too is placement and so many things that we can't even fathom. I think golf, and this is one of the reasons why I struggle a lot with the individual sports. You really need to watch, unlike baseball, I don't need to watch 1 second of a baseball game. I can handicap the box score and the analytics and be able to feel like I'm on top of things. With golf, with tennis, I want to watch body language. I want to see how they handle things. You have to be committed to those sports if you're betting them at a very high level. And like a guy like Bryson, there was probably a lot of really sharp handicappers that probably saw this in his game developing over the last week that have some really good numbers on Bryson. I haven't watched 1 second of him play since the last major. So you don't know until you see it here. And by the time you see it at Augusta, it's too late to find any value.
Jared, we don't want you to leave. We want you to stay all night.
Stay.
Hey, look, we're not leaving until Sunday, so come on back on Saturday. I know you're going to be
Saturday,
live.
I'll be here 3 to 7.
Yeah, you're kind of
doing the
busy on
show
Saturdays.
downstairs.
Oh, I'm doing the show after you then. I'm going to be on with Brian Ortega.
So
Are you
I'm
doing
sure
the
I'll
show
see
or are you doing a hit?
I'm not doing a
sure I'll
hit,
see
but I'll
you
be,
guys
I'll
on
be on the
Saturday.
show. Yeah, I'm not
just
doing it. I'll
just
be
saying,
on the show.
Jansen comes out here with me and he gets the shine. Look
You need to
out.
bring your whole posse, though.
Look
the whole
out.
crew.
I know, I do.
You need to make it.
No, Sean
a
Bernard needs to
watch
stay in the
party.
studio.
Next year
Yeah.
we will. Next year,
Yeah.
this time next year, we're going to invite the
Friends of the program.
Amen.
You are invited.
Amen. Hello.
Well, you are a
friends.
friend of the program.
I appreciate
Big
that.
friend of the program.
Jared, please go ahead. Tell the people where they can find you on Saturdays all week long. Give them the spiel, please.
I'll be honest, you guys do such a great job of that. I'll just say, listen to this show and these guys because they do fantastic work. And
My
there's
God.
You're gonna
something
make me
called
blush.
karma in our lifetime, in our business. Positive karma, anything this guy says,
Oh man,
good karma vibes.
I appreciate that. No, you were right from the jump, man. I heard you one time and I'm like, that dude knows what he's talking about. I want to connect with him. And I can't thank you enough. You and Julian Edlow have been there from the beginning. Love you. Can't thank you enough. Keep kicking ass, man.
Yes.
You're doing it for all
Keep
of us.
kicking ass.
Keep doing you. Jared Smith, once again, follow. We'll tag on the socials, all that and more. We're live from Stadium Swim
By
here
the way,
at Circuit
Jeff
Resort
Parles is
Casino.
coming up the escalator.
Jeff Parles
so.
is coming up, and Derek Stevens is going to join us. We're going to talk some NFL Detroit Lion futures with him. Have some fun there. Of course, hear what's happening at Stadium Swim, the place that he built. Don't go anywhere. We're coming down the home stretch on a Friday. Back after this.
Fox Sports Radio, The Gambler. Now, total traffic for Philadelphia.
Putting time on a Friday afternoon, we're busy on the Schuylkill eastbound stop-and-go traffic, Blue Route to Belmont, and Montgomery Drive to Southwestbound Heavy University Teacher Board, then Jam Boulevard to Belmont. The Vine Expressway westbound back to Broad to the Schuylkill eastbound tied up Schuylkill 95. 95 southbound, so Woodhaven to Copman, Bridge to the Betsy Ross, then Jan approaching Ridley Park to the Commodore Barry. Delays on the Blue Route southbound approaching Broomall to Media Swarthmore, and northbound 95 past McDade. 42 south stop and go off the Walt Whitman Creek Road. All right, to tell total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
They're modern-day con artists, and they're the focus of Creating a Con, a true crime anthology podcast. Season 1 spotlights Ray Trapani and his tech startup scam, endorsed by DJ Khaled and Floyd Mayweather, and built on empty promises and millions from bilked investors.
If someone's like, oh, what's your best way of making money? I don't think start a business. I'm like, oh, we should start some sort of scheme. And I can't help it.
Listen to Creating a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Creating a Con.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone.
And taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Don't miss the annual Bear Affair Gala, May 2nd at Lincoln Financial Field. Join the Philadelphia Children's Alliance in the fight against child sex abuse. Get your tickets today at bearaffair.org. They believe all kids deserve to be kids. Abuse occurs in every neighborhood in our city, and the Children's Alliance does everything they can to stop it. From child-sensitive interviews to therapy, medical exams, prevention, education, and more. All of their services are at no cost to families. Get your tickets today at bearaffair.org.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Mostly cloudy overnight with a spotty shower this evening. And again, in the pre-dawn hours, it's windy overnight with gusts up to 30 miles an hour and a low temperature of 48 degrees. Saturday, clouds for the most part. We'll see some sunshine returning as we go deeper into the day. Could be a passing shower. Still very windy with gusts of 40 miles an hour. The high 59, but feeling more like the upper 40s. So definitely bundle up if you're heading out to one of your kids' baseball or softball games. I'm meteorologist Adam Joseph with your 6 ABC forecast.
Hey, man, you all right? Need me to call 911? No. Call Top Dog Law. Get top dollar for your accident at topdoglaw.com. Once again, that's topdoglaw.com.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Pack up your green jackets. The Gambler is stepping up its coverage for the Battle in Augusta. Catch the Daily Ticket with Sean Brace and John Jansen live from Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Broadcasting live for rounds 1 and 2 and giving you the best golf wagering advice around. All live from Las Vegas.
It's the VC Show. What's up? I'm Vince Carter, and my podcast, The VC Show, is coming back. Season 2 of The VC Show is going to be bigger and better than ever. Every week during the NBA season, I'll give you my real insights and opinions on the league.
Vinsanity reigns supreme.
Subscribe to the pod and listen to The VC Show with me, Vince Carter, on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. It's the VC Show.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Spreads, totals, and all the prop bets in between. It's the Gambler.
Coming to you live from heaven, Stadium Swim, Augusta West, Circa Resort Casino in Las Vegas, streaming at Fox PHL Gambler. Of course, check us out online at foxphlgambler.com, YouTube, all of our socials, once again at Fox PHL Gambler. If you're watching, well, you're going to see one sexy man rolling in here in a Vegas Friday. The one and only Jeff Parles joining us right here from South Point. Of course, has been in Vegas for quite some time, was at VSiN for a little while, joined us over August of last year, sat in with us. Jeff Parles, good afternoon, sir.
It's good to be here. I will say, first off, love the stream. It just shows how much bigger I am than Jansen, which is both good and bad for me, since I'm a fatty to begin with.
I am too.
But hey, what a week you guys got coming out here. The weather's been hit or miss recently out here. It has been so nice.
Yeah,
these 2 days
compared to
you've been
Super
out
Bowl
here.
week when it was
you
cold out here.
You got like the coldest weather ever
Oh, it was
for Super
terrible.
Bowl week. But it's gorgeous out here tonight. Always love coming down here. It's always an unbelievable time. They got you the chicken tenders, which
we got the platter. We didn't just get the chicken.
I will tell you guys. So I had my
Tell me, is that $300? Because I ordered chicken tenders and fries, and she brought out the platter. I'm not gonna complain, but
So I will tell you guys. So I had a night of my bachelor party here last year, Sweet 16.
Yep.
Night San Diego
that
State
got
knocked out
sloppy.
Alabama. So I those chicken tenders over there, I got to say, they were a lifesaver for me. Because look, it's a bachelor party. It's Vegas. Even though it's a home game for me, it's still not a home game for everyone else. So I'm coming out of the gate like Secretariat, and in order to save myself, I needed. We had what, 12 of us, 13 of us devoured like 3 of those.
I'm gonna need you to help out because
I can help. Don't worry, I can help. But
Hey,
the 3 of us are going to dinner.
I
not
know.
that long from now.
I ordered chicken fingers and fries.
I will tell you next go around, whenever that is, because I know you guys will be back. Get the sliders.
Yeah.
Get the sliders. Sliders are great up here.
Well, they've got some.
And those are damn good too.
They got some really good specials here.
Yeah, we got a couple pimento cheese
pimento
sandwiches.
cheese sandwiches, all that good stuff.
We
Jeff,
always end up talking about food when Parles.
Well,
That's
again,
a great thing. That's
everyone
great.
gets to see me today. They see how fat I am. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Jeff, talk to us about South Point. What's happening, man?
Well, look, we're in great shape. Our shows, we have a new schedule now. We're going Tuesday through Saturday.
Congratulations.
Morning show, noon for you guys, so not too early on the East Coast. We'll be around. We got the green light for an extended period of time, which is really good. So you're gonna have to listen to myself and Alex White. Unfortunately, you have to listen to me. I know Jansen.
Yeah, and
thinks that,
unfortunately, you invite me on the show way too often.
No,
so.
look, the one you know this about John Jansen, Sean Brace. The man has many talents.
Yeah.
One of them somewhat is talking on the radio. Somewhat. He's a better movie critic than he is radio host. But he does have
get out of here. You're terrible movie takes. Don't you dare criticize my movie take.
I hate to turn this into Jansen movie talk.
Oh, let's go.
But I know you wrote about Ricky Stanicki the other day. And I unfortunately, with my schedule, I have time at home, like when my wife's still at work and I'm at home by myself. So obviously I have Amazon Prime. Everyone on the planet basically does. It's like,
and
you know what?
Ricky
How
Stanicki.
bad could this be? John Cena's in it. Like, it's got to be at least somewhat entertaining. Dude, it was so bad.
It was awful.
The half the star was generous, in all honesty.
They just had Cena doing the same jokes over and over again.
Like, if there's any variety, it would have been okay.
And the thing is, Cena was game to do anything in that movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you could tell Cena was like, whatever you tell me to do, I'm doing. And they made him do the dumbest, just like elementary level comedy I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, look, he's getting that
It was
payday.
very bad.
Awful.
He's getting that payday right now. That's for
He
dang
is,
sure.
yeah, he is.
He's making a lot of money. I'm not that he needs it, but of course, rolls out there WrestleMania, comes running down at the link. Jansen was there for both nights. I was there for the one night.
There's still a part of me that's still there.
I was going to say, I'm
Like,
surprised
right now.
you actually made it through
I
last
have no
weekend in
idea.
one piece. because between you and Mark Henry, who of course you hear on this network, the two of you, I'm stunned you both survived WrestleMania.
Not only
Both
has
of those
survived,
guys.
I'm in Vegas right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no rest for the wicked. That's what we do here. All right, Jeff, let's talk some sports, my friend. It's what you do for a living, sports gambling. Masters, what was your approach coming in? Where are you at right now? Hey!
What's going on?
I was like, oh, what is going
So
on?
what's going on? I look, I'm dead with my bets. 'Cause
All right.
I
Who was your guy?
So I was very small this year with the way I bet this. The stupid thing was I was ready to bet Tiger to make the cut, talk myself out of it because of the weather, was concerned, all right, can he make it through 20 some odd holes on Friday? He did. He's going to make the cut with ease. That was stupid. That was plus 135. It was a really good price. So I only had 3 bets. I bet Finau. That doesn't look good. Bet Siwoo Kim. He's going to miss the cut.
Tony Finau. Tony Finau.
And then it was my last guy. Oh, Corey Connors, who looked pretty good yesterday.
Canadian.
And then goes double bogey on the back 9 today. So I'm basically done. I'm probably not going to bet anything. This kind of screams to me that Scheffler's going to win this thing. That ridiculously low price is going to end up being actually pretty good when it's all said and done.
Ridiculous.
I mean, DeChambeau could. Look, Bryson's been awesome in this tournament. I don't think it holds up. We all know the deal with Scheffler. If he putts well, he wins.
Yeah.
And if he putts well this weekend, he's going to win.
The bar is so high right now, set by Scotty Scheffler, and that's where I'm at. I think there's only 2 guys that are going to win this tournament. It's between Scheffler and Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, you're leaving Homa out of it?
Yeah, I'm going to leave Homa out of it.
Man,
It's a
I don't
2-horse
know.
race. And I'll tell you what, that's what I want on Sunday. Final pairing, those two, Liv versus PGA. I think that's going to be tremendous. I think that's going to be tremendous.
It's the only guy who did anything on the Live this week is DeChambeau.
All right, here's the deal. Jeff's sticking around with us. Other side, though, we're going to take a quick time out. We're coming right back. Derek Stevens, the man himself, will be with us. Do not go anywhere more after this.
Are you ready for Freddie? Well, at Gary Barbero's Auto Palooza, the nation's #1 used car superstar Freddie, he got a big broom to sweep clean every previously enjoyed Barbera beauty. All makes, all models, imports and domestics. And Freddie says, you got a buck, you're in luck. $1 down delivers.
Philadelphia's Credit Connection.
Rentals, lease returns, demos by the dozen, over 130 mile a gallon gas sippers, and 50 of them from the land under 20 grand. At Gary Barbero's Auto Palooza, Freddie says, buying is fast, fun, and breezy easy. The low price we say is the low price you pay. Philly and the burbs, I'm talking to you. Jersey, are you listening? Get your butt to Barbera. All makes, all models, instant credit, $1 down delivers. You're down the road.
$1 down for well-qualified clients on approved credit through Primary Lending Source.
No one's a loser at Gary Barbero's Auto Palooza. Is Barbera's on the boulevard the best? Boy, I guess.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
When something happens to your car, you might say, well, that's just great.
Oh, perfect.
Awesome. How nice for me. But what you really need to say is, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to help you file your claim.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois. The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care.
Spreads, totals, and all the prop bets in between. It's the Gambler.
Coming to you live from Augusta West, also known as Heaven, Circa Resort Casino in Las Vegas, DM Swim.
I
And
think Heaven's going to be disappointing when I get there, if I get there. Because it's not going to be this. I want this.
well said.
Just take me here.
You've heard him on this program a few times already. It is our honor and a privilege to have him again here on this beautiful Friday afternoon at Circa Resort Casino. The man who put it all together, Derek Stevens. Derek, good afternoon, sir. How we doing?
Good. Welcome back to Vegas, guys. Great
So
to
good.
have you.
Thank you for having us again. Can't thank you enough. The treatment that we get every time we come. The
Amazing.
treatment that you treat everybody with, though, just top quality across the board.
Beautiful Friday afternoon. This is kind of how we designed it up. You know, beautiful sunshine. Feels like about 80 degrees outside. Crystal clear water. We got every angle possible on the Masters right
Unbelievable.
now. It's beautiful.
Unbelievable. Yesterday, we got done with the show. We sat down there. You had 7 different cameras, aiming, corner, all up there. We had the Frozen Four. I had action on that. We had the Phillies game. I had action on that. This is literally paradise, Derek. This is what you had in your mind, and you were able to put it together. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, that truly this is. I mean, a beautiful day. This is kind of how we sketched it all up. You know, when you're sketching stuff up like Stadium Swim or like Circa itself, you never know how it's always going to play out. But things played out pretty good. I'm looking around today. Everybody's having a good time.
Oh,
a lot
man.
of bikinis
Great
out
time.
there. Everybody's betting. I'll tell you what. We're really trying to push the Masters, obviously, because I think there's a lot of people that have never bet on golf before.
Yep.
But now are starting to understand how much fun it is.
Betting golf is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys
Great
have
time.
some of the best numbers, if not the best numbers I've seen all around. Definitely in Vegas, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Derek, once again, we're here for the Masters, and if you can't be in Augusta, this is the best place
This
to
is
be.
it.
And I'm not buttering you up, right? Like, this is reality, right?
Yeah. The answer was
What do
yes,
you want
of
me to
course.
say? Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Unbelievable, Derek. Hey, I want to talk to you about some Detroit Lions conversation, all that with what the season you had. Of course, big time fans, but take me through San Diego. You just took the crew out there. You guys caught a Padres and Cubs game. What was that all about?
Yeah, we had 3 days of Cubs Padres. You know, we've done a little sponsorship with the Padres over the years, and this year, you know, we launched recently. We launched recently in the state of Illinois, so we got Circus Sports Illinois. So we did a little Cubs sponsorship. So we kind of double banged it out there. Not a bad work trip for a couple days.
Yeah, how's that ballpark? Nice ballpark, right?
Pecos a great ballpark. The Gaslamp District's a great place to go visit.
Phenomenal.
I remembered most of the trip. We had a pretty good time, I can tell you that.
And of
Always
course,
do.
saw you make the trip, of course, to the Rose Bowl to catch Michigan over Alabama in the national championship. JJ McCarthy, is he a top 5 quarterback in your mind?
Well, it's interesting. His dad was just staying with us last week, and we were talking with him, and he's pretty well convinced that JJ is going to be going to Minnesota. He's pretty convinced that there's a pending trade that's going to be happening, and he thinks that he said, I think I'm going to be spending my falls in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So interesting.
It's an incredible fit, by the way. I love that fit for J.J. McCarthy. Really good. With Kevin O'Connell, play action offense, I think that's going to be great for him. Really good.
And, of course, Michigan winning it all, and had to be pretty cool for you to be a part of that.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Took the family out to the Rose Bowl. Obviously, that's a pretty special venue, special game. So that was kind of cool to do something like that.
And that's on the college. All Derek does is win, John Jansen. That's all he does. And, of course, over to the NFL side of things, Detroit Lions. Dude, I had him over the 49ers. I don't want to bring that up. I apologize.
Yeah,
but
shouldn't have
at
brought
the
that
same time, the success is there. 10.5 here at Circa. Wins, as far as wins are concerned next year, got to be on the over, right?
Yeah, I think, the schedule's a little tougher, but I'll tell you what, I like the Eagles this year.
Hello.
Coming up. I like the Eagles. I like the Lions in the NFC. In the AFC, it's a little bit of a different story. I'm really intrigued to see how Harbaugh does with the Chargers. I think there's so many compelling stories. I mean, the NFL just continues to hit monster after monster. Every year we say it's going to be the biggest year ever.
Yeah.
And we're saying this every year. That's the case. I mean, we're excited because of our, Circa Sports has the world's largest football contest with Circa
I was about to say, I'm
Billions
counting down the days to August when Circa does all that again.
as
Counting
Circa
down to the
Survivor, and it's going to be. We're going to set some new records with football contests this year.
Hey, one dumb question: how does Philly stack up in the sports gambling world as far as the country is concerned? You deal with everybody that comes in coast to coast. Are we intelligent? Are we good sports gamblers? Are we
Philly
loyal?
and intelligent doesn't sound
How
right.
does
I don't
Philly stack up in your mind with that
I'll
question?
tell you what, I love it when the Flyers come to town against the Golden Knights. I love it. I love it when the Eagles, are in playoff games, or if there's like a big Thursday night or Monday night game. I mean, Eagles fans are strong. They're passionate. And I love passionate fans. I mean, it's our job to figure out how to throw a big party, but
I think you figured that out.
you need passionate fans. So, I mean, I love it when Eagles fans are out here at Circus. So it's awesome. I mean, and they get after it. Eagles fans get after it pretty good.
A little bit.
I mean, we got to make sure we don't run out of beverage, and we've got to make sure we staff a couple extra ticket writers at the window because you're coming fistful of money.
Damn right. Derek Stevens, one last one, man. Can't thank you enough for popping up in here. I know you're extremely busy with everything going on. But you, like you said, you built it. If you build it, they will come. Here they are. As far as Masters is concerned, this is the place to catch all of the action. In your mind, you're loving what you're seeing right here, and it's only up from here, correct?
Yeah, I mean, this is great. I mean, we're gonna be posting new odds probably in about a couple hours right now, and it is amazing to see as soon as you post the next night's odds. Boy, do people just start hammering it on the apps all over the country. It's pretty amazing, and I think the way today's the end of the first round, the way the second round's played out. Boy, this is going to be a wide open field here. There's a lot of value going in and making some plays tonight.
Yeah, on Sunday, if you're telling me we're getting a final pairing of those two, Scheffler and DeChambeau, that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's money right there.
You know what, Derek? One more, because I just thought about this. Of course, Vegas was incredible for Super Bowl week. Tremendous. But I mean this when I say this. As far as watching the game that day, watching the Super Bowl, this was the place to be. The fireworks, the
fireworks.
It was insane. I wasn't here, but I saw the videos. We were here all week leading up to the big game, but there was not a better place to catch the Super Bowl than right here.
Well, I think a lot of your listeners know. I mean, if you're not watching it at the game itself, coming to Vegas is a pretty damn good choice.
Damn right.
You got to book that stuff early too because they get sold out. But Super Bowl here at Stadium Swim at Circa was pretty over the top and definitely bucket list stuff.
Damn right. Bucket list is exactly right.
Exactly how Circa does it.
We booked it for next year. We'll be back out here at Augusta West next year. 1 year from today, we're going to be right back here. So.
All right. Love it. I'll see you guys at the bar later on. Great to see you guys.
Derek Stevens once again joining us live and in person. Thank you very much, Aaron, for making that happen. Derek, you're the best. We'll catch up later, sir. Always great to hear from Derek and what's cooking over here at Circa. Oh, help yourself. If you want some chicken tenders,
we got plenty.
Those are pretty good too, Derek. Take it easy, bro. Awesome stuff there. Derek Stevens, once again, live on The Gambler. And, people that do it big.
Oh, no, you can say that. You can say
no,
that. You're
that's
messing up. Microphones now. Wires are going to be tangled. All right, we got to move microphones.
I'm not sitting in the sun. Hell no.
I don't want to either.
Good grief.
Carl's needs to. So do I. I need to sit
get
in the
on
sun
over
as well.
here.
I didn't get enough tan yesterday.
Because I'll see
Can
you.
you tan?
I'll see you at the bar later.
I mean, Willie?
I just want to, I just want to say, if there's a cooler billionaire, point him out. Point him out. I don't think there's going to be somebody that's cooler than him.
I don't think so.
You're never.
I mean, you shook hands with Dana White for like 5 seconds.
He's not a billionaire.
Oh, he's not?
You're not planning on becoming a billionaire anytime soon, right?
No. If you want to make me one, sure.
Michael Rubin's a billionaire, but he's not cool. Like, he doesn't suck. Michael Rubin's all right.
Fanatics is terrible. What do you mean?
Who cares?
He's terrible.
If I'm Michael Rubin, I don't care.
What do you mean? Who cares? What you mean when I buy a jersey, I don't know when I'm going to get it, and also it could be a little bit messed up.
Do you still use Amazon? Yeah. Jeff Bezos, they're too big to fail.
Yeah, but Amazon actually works. Fanatics doesn't work.
A couple bad jerseys here and there. I don't kill them
Fanatics,
across
what?
the
Their
board.
home base is in. Where are they at?
Correct.
They're Mania.
He's a Villanova guy.
He's a Villanova guy?
He might be on our radio station one of these days. Don't talk bad
I
about
love
him.
you, Michael Irvin.
Thank you.
You are the best billionaire I have never met yet.
Jeff Parles back with us live from Circuit Resort.
Look,
Casino.
I've been bumped for Derek plenty of times, so I'm used to it.
Well-
At VSiN, they couldn't wait to get me out of the studio to get Derek and Big Balls and Fancy in.
The
so.
funny thing is, we were hanging with Big Balls yesterday. We hit my phone there, Jeff.
Oh, I can give you your phone.
The
Sure.
funny thing is, good work by Aaron because he goes 2:30. And he goes the caveat. If I can get him out of this meeting, blah 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 2:30. I'm like, dude, you just bring him in. We're allowed 3 to
Whatever.
6
Oh, yeah.
or noon to 3. We'll make it happen. I don't care if it's 5 minutes at the end of the show, whatever. And he was here at 2:30, right on the dot.
On the dot.
Right on the screws, as they say.
And just as great as ever.
Yeah, the man.
There.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Friday here at Stadium Swim. We're coming down the home stretch of our final show here. And yesterday was a lot of fun, but definitely today crushed it in a big way. Talking all things Masters. We had some great guests. Once again, Scotty Scheffler alone by himself at the top at this
And
point
he
in
still
time.
has plenty to go.
It's over.
Like,
Done.
Doesn't it feel
It's
over?
over. It's over.
It
Done.
does now.
It's over.
Now
I
that
know it's
DeChambeau
round-
can do anything in the
I
back
know.
nine.
I know it's round 2. I know it's 2 days. It's Augusta. It can
done.
have,
No, it's over.
If Scotty Scheffler doesn't miss putts, and he's winning this thing.
Everybody's
by
playing
7.
for second. Everybody's playing for second. Oh, you think that many?
He's gonna win it big if he makes his putts.
Yeah, there was
if he
a-
doesn't make his putts, he'll win by 1 or 2. But if he's making his putts, this thing's a runaway.
Fair. Yeah. Harry Mays joined us earlier. He brought up one of those golf announcers. I forget who it was. And he said that that guy was floating out the idea that before the tournament started, Scotty was going to win by double digits. Could very well happen. Like, that's how talented he is he's only one
I don't know,
stroke
double,
up.
But the
As he's-
fact that
I can see
he's going to have a sizable lead potentially
if
going
he
into
goes
the third round.
66, 66.
Yeah, I mean, if he go, look, forget it. If he go, how about he go 69, 69? Forget it. I
Yeah,
mean,
as far as wins
it's
or
over.
losses,
I mean, it just
done. Yeah.
whatever. When he is on, guys, we talked all week. You talked about it at the beginning of the week, guys, where we've not seen numbers like this in a big time tournament since Tiger was Tiger.
Correct.
I mean, look, of course, you talk about a Tiger Slam when Tiger was 2-1 to win the Open Championship.
Stupid.
We're never going to see numbers like that again. But the fact that Scheffler was plus 425, plus 450 the whole week, it's incredible.
And then people that are golf gamblers saying, like Patrick McDonald joins us a month ago, covers the game for CBS Sports. He goes, yeah, he's probably going to win. He's going to win.
Yeah.
He's plus
It's just that easy.
450, and it's like, yeah, don't waste your money
Yeah.
on anybody else. Like, what?
No, it's crazy.
He
It's
is
crazy.
the UConn of PGA Tour right now, man.
And
He's
look,
an ATM
he's,
machine.
he's a heck of a player.
Right,
And
he
it's
is-
just, I think Jansen's. You already said Homa's no chance. Was that you that said it?
Yeah, that
So
was
right
great.
here-
I would give Homa.
I think Homa's the only one who's even in remote opportunity to stay in this thing.
because
at this
DeChambeau
rate.
can easily.
Oh, he
blow
puts it in the close.
That's all
Almost,
right. It won't be an easy comeback.
almost in the bunker there on 12, as they're getting to a lot of the holes that everybody is familiar with.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
going to be a tough shot, but I believe didn't he hole it out from that bunker
I
right
think
there?
He was, yeah, I think he
yesterday?
did. That's funny. I think he did.
Yeah,
did on
yeah.
12.
It's
They're going to go to a replay as you're seeing. We got 19 screens here. Every view you can ask that you can ask for. They're going to show it here where they come to the replay of him holding that bunker shot in from the green side bunker on 12. Anyways, yeah, look, Masters, it's been a lot of fun being all over it. Starting to get fired up for the NBA. Playoffs are fast approaching here. 2 games left. You bother with the NBA?
So I don't bet a lot of regular season NBA. I'll just say this. So going through everything here, Sixers obviously have a gigantic game tonight. You beat Orlando, you're getting the 6th seed at least. You're avoiding those playing games, which is huge. Gives Embiid a week to rest. It'll be big for Philly.
Yeah.
The way that the Eastern Conference plays out to me now, Boston's like $2 to win this thing now in the East. The market is telling you they have to choke in order not to win the East.
Yep.
Are you trusting Boston at that price? Even with Milwaukee possibly without Giannis, even with the Sixers possibly playing without home court the whole way, the Knicks are good. I don't trust the Cavs at all, but Indiana is an interesting matchup at this point.
Yep.
I'm not trusting Boston at that price to bet it. So then you have to look down the board. I think the 2 bets at this point that you can consider are the Sixers and the Knicks. I think those are the only two bets you can consider. Now, I have questions about the Knicks offense in the playoffs. I think that's obvious the way it is, especially with Randall not coming back with the shoulder injury. And for the Sixers, it's the question it's always been. What are we getting now? It was always, what are we getting behind Embiid and Harden or Embiid and Butler or Embiid and whoever the heck it is?
Yep.
Now the question is, all right, what are we getting behind Embiid and Maxey? If we're getting enough out of them, all right, they can beat the Knicks in a 7-game series. They can beat banged up Giannis in Milwaukee for sure.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers makes it a whole different handicap.
Oh, yeah, all day.
All right, you're in a 7-game series against Boston. You have no pressure if you're the Sixers if you get to that point. Boston's supposed to win. All the pressure's on them.
You're right.
Crazier stuff has happened, guys.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying they're going to get to the final.
No, but
it's worth a small sprinkle.
It's sports in general where it's like the least expectation for me is this is the year.
Yeah, like right.
Exactly.
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the year.
Yeah. Where Embiid is out for 30 games and you find and Maxey misses 20.
Right.
All new.
Tobias Harris is barely playable.
Yeah.
He's
It's like, all right,
terrible.
but this is the year that they're going to get out of the second round. This is the year that they knock out Boston. Who knows? I'm in. I'm totally going to buy in.
And they're also, and then the other flip side of that is if they lose tonight, it's no gimme to even make the 18 bracket. I think it would be a heck of an upset if they lost to Chicago in the 8 seed game, but look, it's crazier things have happened.
We do have movement on that line though, because it was as high as 7.5. Magic and Sixers.
Down to 6.
Sixers are now 6-point favorites. Sean Bernard back at the studio. Anything? Anybody missing tonight's game to move that line?
The quote from Nick Nurse is that
the Magic tonight, and that I like the Magic. This has been an awful week for them, where they had in the grasp. All right, handle your business. You get the 3. You can get the 3 if you're Orlando.
You're right.
You get clobbered by Milwaukee without Giannis 2 nights ago. You get clocked in Houston.
Yep.
Lose to Charlotte, who was awful a week ago.
Yep.
This is a Magic. There's always the team that you love to go against in the postseason. They're too young. They're not ready. This is a perfect night for the Sixers. I'm stunned the number's been hammered down like it has.
He said the quote one more time, Sean. Go ahead and follow up. What was that?
Nick Nurse said that Joel Embiid, KJ Martin, Kyle Lowry will go through their pregame routine before they're declared active or inactive. I'd be pretty shocked they didn't play.
Okay.
Joel, KJ, and
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry are going to go through their normal pregame preparation, but we don't know if they're going to play.
I mean, Embiid's got to
Yeah,
play.
if Embiid's not playing, that number's
Then
down
it's
to
all
like
different.
yeah, that number's coming
not
down.
even 3,
down
might
to
be 1.
Yeah, I was about to say I would make it a pick.
Or it could be 3 the other way.
Yeah, right.
Jeff Parles, you're the man, my friend, for coming through.
Of course.
We're hanging out. We're going to dinner tonight. We're coming down the home stretch, though, here as we're live from heaven.
You really want to get end of the home stretch. You
Oh.
keep saying we're
He
coming
wants-
down
he
the
wants
home
to get in the
stretch.
pool,
I
John.
keep seeing Sean Brace. We're
It's
coming down
at
to the home
2:50.
stretch.
I always wrap up.
You said we're coming down the home stretch since like 2:15.
From 2 o'clock. The final hour is coming down the home stretch. Get off me, Jansen. I got a platter that I got to
An
feast
hour's
on.
an eternity in this city, John.
Now I got a platter
I
that
know it does feel
I
like
got to feast on. Yeah, exactly. We got a lot of people to thank, though, is my point. First of all, the folks from Circa inviting us again.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Aaron, of course, number 1, and Derek coming through, number 2, and hanging out with everybody last night. We're here all, of course, through the weekend, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. But can't thank those guys enough for making it happen. Number 1. Number 2, to all of our guests, too many to name. Jeff Parles here, Jared Smith, of course, on the line. Sean the Money Green,
Harry Mays.
Harry Mays. Yes, Sean Bernard did an unbelievable job.
Thank you, Sean Bernard.
Everybody on socials, the whole team from the Gambler Gang. Can't thank you guys all enough. Once again, folks, I mean it when I say it. This is the place to be. And if you have a wife or a significant other or a partner, and maybe they might not be the biggest Vegas fans, this place just does it different. Yes, it's rowdy. It's a great time. But bottom line is it's a little bit different, a little bit resorty type vibe. And you're in your own world, man. So the sports fan can go and hang out at the pool and watch all the games. And, of course, you got other stuff going on, shopping, all that. You're on Fremont Street, close to everything. You catch a cab, you're on the Strip in a minute. Doesn't get any better than this. A prime location for a prime time spot here at Circa Resort and Casino. That's all I got to say. Anything final words for you, sir?
Nothing, because I can't wait to eat those chicken fingers and have a great weekend in Vegas.
Jeff Parles, final words?
Enjoy yourselves, guys.
Oh, that already
It's
happened.
beautiful weather. Jansen finally saw the Las Vegas Strip, even though he's been here like 9 times.
Did not see the Bellagio fountains, though. So
Okay,
we got to do that.
we got to
We gotta do that.
if people are out here and want to stalk us at Batista's Hole in the Wall tonight, they can have it. So we'll be able to walk
Dave
up
Batista's
there.
Hole in the Wall.
Joey Bat. Oh, I was going Joey Bat.
Joey Bats?
Yeah.
Different spelling from both guys.
Yeah.
So I like Dave Batista though. Good actor.
Yeah, there you go.
He is very good.
But
actor.
we're going to show Jansen the Bellagio fountains tonight. Hopefully, John Jansen doesn't lose any money tonight. Which
No, I made $16 in blackjack.
Yeah.
$16.
$16.
I've been thinking
Wow,
about you. I've
look
been,
at-
I've been
look at
thinking
him.
about playing
Look at
blackjack
him.
with you. Need
Oh,
you at
you
the
were
table.
you're blackjack just like free.
No,
you're
no,
wild
no,
at
no,
the blackjack
no.
game.
Need you at the
we-
table.
Look, we played the last time you were here for the Super Bowl. The one night we had the two of us was one of the more ridiculous
It's
nights.
awesome.
The next night it was ridiculous the other
Other
way.
way.
But the first night was as good of a night as I can remember out here.
Oh, by the way, your boy Jake, I hear him all over now. ESPN Radio. He's on Sirius.
Look, Jake Asman does a great job. He's a Mad Dog, ESPN Radio.
Yeah.
He'll be out here for the draft. Hopefully, we're trying to do some collaboration. But family scheduled a trip out here the week of the NFL draft.
No.
I apparently am ending up at the Grand Canyon on the day of the NFL draft.
Oh,
So
Round
that
one?
might be a little bit complicated figuring out what to do on that night.
I'd love to hear that ESPN
Don't
draft
worry.
sounder
After the
from
fact, I
Grand
can
Canyon.
Echoing through the Grand Canyon. Bum, 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 bum.
Speaking of the Grand Canyon, saw Johnny Drama last night. That's where he yelled victory from the Grand Canyon. How about that? All right, for Jeff Parles, John Jansen, I'm Sean Bray. Sean Menard back in studio. Unbelievable job. Everybody, good luck on all your plays tomorrow. At Parks, you got Parks Sportsbook Casino, Dick Girardi, Mike Kern, Kyle Nonemaker, of course, Mark Henry Jr. immediately follow that. So we got some Saturday programming for you as well. Be sure to follow us over at Fox PHL Gambler. Enjoy your weekend. Good luck on all your plays. And of course, Scotty
Go
Scheffler,
Scotty Scheffler.
above
He
everybody
won.
else.
Congrats on the win.
Peace.
Pack up your green jackets. The Gambler is stepping up its coverage for the battle in Augusta. Catch the Daily Ticket with